The Birmingham Bulls have a rare matinee game today with our in-state rivals, the Huntsville Havoc. Today caps off a 3-game and 3.5-day weekend for the Bulls, which started Friday night with a 5-2 win over the Macon Mayhem. It continued into Saturday night when the Bulls dropped a 3-2 shootout loss to the Mayhem. And it will end today here at the Pelham Civic Complex. Huntsville is coming off a pair of losses over the weekend. They lost to Evansville 1-0 Friday night, and yesterday to a resurging Knoxville Ice Bears team 4-3 in Huntsville. The Havoc will come out and try and put a quick end to their modest at best losing streak, while the Bulls are still in need of points in fight for the playoffs. Only 6 points separate the 4th and 9th place teams in the league, with less than 20 games left in the season for all teams. Every game is of monumental importance the rest of the way, not only for the Bulls, but for those mired within those 6 points. So Evansville, Knoxville, Roanoke, Quad City, and Macon will all have eyes and interest on this game today. Because of overtime and shootouts, Huntsville has a 3-2-1 record versus the Bulls, while Birmingham has a record of 3-2-0-1 against Huntsville. What does that mean? Well, the fight for the Joe Stroud Memorial Yellow Hammer Trophy presented by Chase Bank continues on today. While each team has 7 points in the battle now, someone will take the lead today and go home with the trophy for the time being. Counting today, 3 games left between these two teams. Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Birmingham Bulls Hockey. Jody Chernesky here along with Greg Drevity, and for the next 2.5 hours or so to bring you the action. Greg, things didn't go bad for the Bulls this weekend, but they didn't go as we hoped either. We hoped to get 4 points against Macon, but made sure they didn't get any, and that just did not happen with that shootout win they had against us on Saturday night. Does that make this game today against Huntsville even more important than it would have been with a sweep of Macon?
Well, Jody, with the standings as tight as they are, you know, I think the Bulls, they ended up where they wanted to be, getting 3 out of 4 points against Macon. And I say that now, today, because I wouldn't have said that Saturday night.
No.
Because Macon went in and they lost to Pensacola yesterday, and that was huge for the Bulls. So with Macon losing, that's one of those games they had at hand. And the way that the standings sit now, with the Bulls being in 8th place with 41's game played at 40 points, Macon just a game behind them at 40 points. But the interesting thing that I noticed today is Quad City has 43 games played. So forget about Macon. Let's not look below us or across from us, and let's look up, because Quad City right now with 2 games at hand that the Bulls have on them, 1 point ahead, that is the important race that I'm focusing on right now.
Well, you mentioned Macon yesterday losing 3-0 in Pensacola after playing here on Saturday night. They had an early game yesterday. Today, even though, well, Macon's not playing today, so they'll pick up that second game again. But if we can win this game today and come out with 2 points, now there's 3-point separation between the two. And that's why, to me, this game is really of monumental importance.
And you put Knoxville between you and Macon if you win today.
Knoxville's on a tear.
I'm sorry, not Knoxville, Quad City.
Yeah. That said, let me go ahead and give you the starting lineups before we start or listen in for our national anthem. First of all, for the visiting Huntsville Havoc, defensively, they'll go with Kevin Weaver-Vitale and Jackson Camp. Up front, Matt Allen, Cole Reginato, and Connor Fries. For Birmingham, defensively, Jordan Gagnon will be paired with Cole Youngworth. Up front, we'll start with Danny Waite, Drake Glover, and Colton Olenek. In goal tonight, Brian Wilson gets the start for Huntsville, and that's no surprise to me. Yesterday, former Bull Dyson Skinner got the nod in Huntsville in the losing effort to Knoxville. Wilson comes into tonight's game 16-9-4-1, a 2.31 goals against, and a .925 save percentage. Hayden Stewart back in the net for Birmingham after Taylor Joseph played Saturday night. Stewart comes in with a 5-12-0-3 record, a 3.21 goals against, and a .908 save percentage. Referee tonight is Justin Tomasek. Austin Bailey and Anthony DeMarte are the linesmen, and after the last 2 games of having 4 on-ice officials, Greg, we're back to 3 today.
Well, that'll be interesting to see how that one plays out because, Jody, I really like that fourth official out there because they picked up on a lot of things that with that one referee, he's just in motion so much, it's hard to pick up everything on a 360-degree visual. And there were a few calls that were made that I think would not have been made if we only had 3 in the last couple of games.
I couldn't agree more with you. There are a couple of calls that, in my opinion, that were missed, but I don't know if that is the right word. I think it was let go is better, and I'm okay with that because it went both ways.
Right.
It wasn't one-sided. That said, we'll flush those 2 games. We can't forget them, but this is the most important one, the one that's being played today against a team, to be quite honest with you, they may be in the state of Alabama, Greg, but I'm not very fond of the Huntsville Havoc.
Well, this is that battle of I-65 that we talk about, and always a big Huntsville following when they come down, and you heard them today as Huntsville came out.
You see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and of the home of the brave.
Sorry about the quality of that. We've been working on that national anthem microphone for how long now, Drew? 3 weeks?
Yeah.
And no progress as of yet. I don't remember, but the last 2 games we were here with Macon, Greg, we did not play the announcements from Pat Johnson's calls on goals and penalties, did we not? All right, maybe we should try that tonight and see if it's the same type of interference. If not, we know we can switch some things around, but nonetheless, we do apologize for that. Usually our national anthem singing is really good and quality it comes through. All right, we're about set for action here. There's a new wrinkle to this hockey game. There's a camera out on the ice. But oddly enough, the guy that has the camera on the ice has no skates on.
Right.
So he's skipping across the ice like my 6-year-old granddaughter would.
Hey, remember those when you were a kid and we had the outdoor rinks and stuff? Remember those double runners that you could just strap to your shoes?
Greg, I was raised in Pinson, Alabama.
Okay.
I went to Canada to visit my relatives in the summertime. So no, I don't. I guess I missed it. I did one year. The fire department came out in my aunt's backyard and sprayed it down for hockey, but that's a very, very, very faint memory to me. We are underway here at the Pelham Civic Complex. No one really controlled the draw. Connor Fries picks it up and dumps it in deep. Played by Stewart, far side. Birmingham couldn't get it out. Allen keeps it in on the mid-boards. Far half wall. Fries has it. He'll get it back at the point. Vitale. He takes the shot. It got through. Stewie made the save. Behind the net, Cole Reginato. A great year for Cole. Has the puck. He'll slide it back behind the net. Huntsville putting the pressure on early on. Near side, Camp. Back around the boards. Vitale will have to come in and try and keep it alive. He does. Gets it back to Yonage. There's a shot. Never made it through. It's blocked by the Bulls defense, and they'll clear it back into the Huntsville end of the ice. Wholesale changes for the Bulls as Kessner slides it over far side for Schulteis. Ahead for Lindsay, and that gets past everyone down the ice, so icing is called on the Havoc. 19:04 to go. First period just underway. No score here at the Pelham Civic Complex.
Yeah, interestingly enough, Jody, when you mentioned Reginato and the season he's been having, I was very interested to see that he is not in the list of Huntsville Havoc that have a point a game versus the Bulls this year.
Off the draw, Bulls control. Back at the point, it's played down low. Centers a pass. There's a shot off of Elkstown. Birmingham will keep it in. Sinclair down low. Kestner on him. Sinclair tried to drop it off for Ledzianko. He'll get it to him eventually, but that puck goes by the wayside, and Elkstown has it. Phil Elkstown goes ahead and skates through center ice. Kestner with him. He'll dump the puck off to Josh. Tried to set it up for Yannick off the mark. Birmingham will take it, send it back to center ice. Schulteis looks for a place to go. His pass is intercepted. Backhanded back in to the Huntsville zone, played by Wilson. Along the near boards, Kestner tried to chip it ahead to Yannick. Tracy intercepts that, and Soretsky puts it back in for the Bulls. No shots on goal yet thus far, 2 minutes into this hockey game. Tracy, he takes the shot off the ankle in front. The puck goes around far boards. Played by Trezera, back to Ernie. Hit on the play, loose puck now picked up by the Bulls. Sent around near side, Tracy has it. Tracy in front, deflection, blocker save made by Wilson. First shot on goal and a tough one. Wilson came up big. Schulteis with the puck. Gets it ahead, looking for Trezera. It gets past him and just trickles into the Bulls zone. Right back out, Birmingham plays it. Into the corner, Don Procopio for McCabe. I have some things to say about McCabe in a minute. Trezera with the puck. Through the slot, takes the shot. Well, goes high and wide of Stewart. Far boards, Britton on the ice. He can't get it. Ethan Lindsay puts it right back around near side. McCabe coming in from the point, tries to keep it in. Couldn't pin it against the board, comes back to Lindsay, a shot. Knocked out of the air, and glove save made by Hayden Stewart, and he'll hold on. I want to say something about Huntsville. This team has been at the top of the league all year long. You know what? I'm going to save it for the first media timeout.
Okay.
I can't talk about this within 30 seconds.
Well, one thing, Jody, based off how this first couple of minutes has gone, it definitely doesn't have the tempo.
No.
And, you know, it feels like a Sunday afternoon game, and it could be a quick one here.
Off the drop, Procopio takes a shot. That's deflected high and over the net. Huntsville has the rebound. Back to McCabe. McCabe in front looking for a deflection. Came right in on Stewart. He made the save. So we'll have another face-off this time to his left.
And that's one thing where both teams coming out just kind of feeling each other out, you know what I mean? Putting the pucks in deep, not a whole lot of net front traffic or physicality out there, but the players are playing one way, but so far both goalies are spot on, and Wilson and Stewart have been tested here early.
Procopio on the draw with Drake Glover. Glover controls. Birmingham has it far wall. Can't control and get it out. Nice job forechecking far side by Don Procopio. Birmingham will get the puck and send it out back into the Huntsville zone. Olenek going in after with Kestner, who nice job pins him against the boards. Loose puck, Glover fighting for it. It'll come free for Gio Procopio, who chips it ahead for Alger. Alger has Golka with him, holds on to the puck though. Alger takes a shot with traffic in front.
Yeah.
That one goes wide. He was looking for a deflection and almost had it.
Little C&I dog there.
Jackson Kemp with it. He'll slide it over. Reginato tried to deflect it in, a la like the Bulls did at the center ice stripe all night long Saturday. Puck played by Bartuccio Pereira. He'll slide it around near side for Sinclair. He's hit by Kemp. Loose puck picked up by Allen. His centering pass knocked away by Scahill. Into the corner. Bartuccio Pereira plays it for Scahill. Birmingham has the outlet pass. Kip Ledzianko, left wing side. Ledzianko through the slot. Has a man in front. That one never made it through. Just could not get all of that on it with Sinclair, who takes the puck and he'll slide it back. Sinclair was there, Greg. He just couldn't get his stick on the puck.
Yeah, and Ledzianko didn't have much of a chance. He had to do that high sauce that came across. It was just too much for Sinclair to pull down.
Now Pereira puts it right back in far corner. Birmingham will change lines. Long head-manning pass connects with Elkstown. Sadovsky on him, knocks him off the play. Birmingham clears. Soretsky puts it in deep. It'll go behind the net, played by Schulteis. Out of the reach of Lincoln Ernie, but it gets to Elkstown, who will set it up through center ice. Connects with Giannis. Look out, that's one man you don't want with the puck. He tried for Kestner, of all people. That one knocked away by Stewart. Schulteis with it. for Kessner, back to Stultice. In front, deflected by Elkstown, knocked down by the Bulls, and they'll just lift it to center ice. That was a close one, Greg.
Definitely was, Jody. That's one thing the Bulls are going to have to watch. With Huntsville coming out, and they're so aggressive on their stretch with the weak side winger, Tracy got caught in no man's land over here. And, you know, he's really aggressive, and he likes to pinch down low on that wall from the point. But in that scenario right there, you saw what happened. That turned into a quick 2-on-1 for Huntsville. Good job keeping it to the outside. And Stewart made a good save coming across. But you want to avoid that at all costs against the Havoc.
I want to say something about Huntsville, one of the top teams in the league all year long. Top to bottom, I think their roster's better, if not, or just as good, if not better than Peoria's. They've only had 3 call-ups all year long, Greg. We had that in a couple of weeks last month. Goalie Billy Gerard, defenseman Craig McKay, and right wing Connor Galloway all called up, and that's it. Huntsville, no doubt, sent a message to everybody on this team and anybody that wants to play for them. When Billy Gerard was returned to Huntsville, they promptly waived him. Now, that's a message sent to me. Also, Craig McKay, their best defenseman, was sent back, but because he has a +14 rating, he was not waived.
Right.
So a little selective message sending there based on the Huntsville Havoc organization, and whether they like it or not, that's what happened. Huntsville with the puck through center ice. They'll put it into the near corner, played by Tracy. Whips it around the far boards. Birmingham clears. Danny Waite with the puck. Olenek with him. He'll drop it to Colton. Far side pass, tried to hook up with Glover, was behind him, so Birmingham has to retreat. McCabe plays it far side, taken away by Sadowski. Lofts one in, but nice play by Don Procopio to glove it and knock it down. Elkstown moves Wade out of the way, drops it back to McCabe. Pass through center ice, connects for Yannick. Allen will bring the puck in. Sadowski on him. Allen's shot blocked by Kevin Sadowski. Behind the goal line, played by Huntsville. Elkstown goes down, still maintains possession, loses it, and Birmingham, that was Britton, tried to clear it, went off the glass right back to him. Now on the play, loose puck, Birmingham.
That's Gronick.
That was Gronick that went down, muscled off the play. Huntsville using their size and strength back at the point. It's for Weaver Vitale to Camp. Back to Camp. Another time, Greg, when Birmingham had a chance to clear and couldn't. Shot from the point, never made it through to Stewart. Picked up by Birmingham finally and cleared down the ice. That's what cost us against Macon, plays like that.
Right.
Puck's in all the way in, no icing. It was tipped. Stewie will play it. Leaves it for Jordan Gagnon. Gagnon connects far side. Sinclair cruising through the slot. Walker back to Sinclair. Blocker save made by Wilson, and back comes Alger. Alger drops it for Golka. Golka tried to get it back to Alger. Knocked away by the Bulls defense. Far side where it will be kept alive by Schulteis. Alger with the puck. Centering pass for Gio Procopio, intercepted by the Bulls. And back comes Birmingham through the Huntsville zone. A shot behind the net, never really challenging Wilson. CJ Walker on the play. He's muscled off the puck. Reginato had it, lost it, but Golka found it. Golka will whip it into the Bulls zone. That one went too high off the netting, so a face-off will come up with 12:31 to go. First period, no score. Huntsville thus far out shooting Birmingham 4-3. I'm not trying to talk bad about Huntsville. They have their own policies, Greg, but it's just odd to me how you have only 3 call-ups all year long on a team as stacked as this is.
And I'm thinking about that, Jody, and it's one thing for a goaltender because that's a hard spot to fill, and we'll talk about it in the break.
Don Procopio puts it back in. It'll be played near half wall. Shot taken there by Fries, who's had a heck of a series against the Bulls. Stewart makes the save. Connor Fries, 6 games, has 8 points against these Bulls, 4 goals and 4 assists. So we have to keep a definite eye out on him, as well as another one. Jack Yonich, he's another one, came to Huntsville after voluntarily leaving the East Coast Hockey League. They suspended him for doing so. He goes from double the pay in the East Coast Hockey League back to Huntsville. He played in Huntsville the last 2 years, so maybe he liked it. Back comes Matt Wood. Wood, top of the face-off circle, cuts through the slot. Shot save, score!
No.
Oh, no, he's going to wave it off. The rebound was there. Matt Wood had a nice move as it's touched up by Scahill. Everybody in the building thinks it's a goal, but the referee, I'll give him credit, was right on the spot. No goal. He's going straight to the scorer's table to look at it, and based on my record all year long, and I missed it Saturday night as well, I'm not going to even make a prediction. You know what I will? I'll say no goal. You're smiling.
Wow. I'm going to agree with your no goal, and I think for the first time all year you're going to be right. Because I did not see Wilson made a heck of a save on that first one.
On
coming
the Matt Wood
across.
shot.
Wow. Made the first save, and even coming across, he had perfect positioning on the second rebound, and the shot got
no
off.
goal. Immediately he calls no goal.
But I didn't see it get anywhere near the line. Might have hit his pad or the side of the net or something, but yeah, I think that was just a lot of wishing back there from the fans back there in 208.
Well, it was wishing for me too, but
yeah,
that's okay. Face-off will come up to the left of Brian Wilson.
But definitely the best scoring opportunity for the Bulls tonight.
Heck of a play by Matt Wood. Danny Waite now on the draw for Birmingham. He's out with Olenek and Glover. Off the draw, Huntsville controls. McCabe slides it back to Don Procopio. Far boards played by Allen, ahead to Reginato. Reginato tried to slide it across to Kessner. He couldn't do it. Holds on to the puck. Glover on him, ties him up. Birmingham's Waite gets it ahead to Olenek. Just out of his reach. Connor Fries pokes it away from him before he could get clear. Puck played near side. Procopio and Waite fighting for it. Tied up along the near boards. Glover goes in to try and get it as well. It gets back to Fries, who plays it back for McCabe. Hits the referee far side. Puck now played by Glover. He'll get it back at the point. Near side, Scahill. Looking for Glover, cruising through the slot. Couldn't get him the puck. Played far side, Reginato. Lazy pass right through the goal mouth by Cole. But no one there for Birmingham. Don Procopio has it, the captain of Huntsville, behind his own net. C.J. Walker out in front of Wilson, waiting for him to move. Procopio makes the move through center ice. It's tipped by Elkson. It comes right to Kessner. Nice play by Sadowski. Keeps him from streaking in. Takes the puck away, Birmingham. Nice move by C.J. Walker on three Huntsville players. Got the puck in the zone, taken away from him. Back come Huntsville the other way. That puck is poked away by Birmingham. C.J. Walker, a nice tip pass over for Sinclair, who'll bring it in. McGregor tried to whip it around the defense. He couldn't do it. It's just off his stick, and Huntsville will take it and send it back into the Bull zone. Up and down into an action right now.
Yeah, two big defensive plays by each team right at their blue lines, Jody. I know people wanted to see calls, but I like it. Let them play.
Yep, I agree with you. It's more fun this way. Birmingham sends it in. It'll be played by Wilson behind his own net. He'll play it himself. Now bounces off of Kessner, who'll get Golka, who'll regain possession. Gio Procopio puts it in. Gagnon catches up with it first, whips it around the near boards. Birmingham can't get it out. Finally, they'll take possession. Gagnon with the puck. Through center ice. Gagnon will bring it in. Almost lost it, Jordan. Slides a pass over for Soretsky. He couldn't get the shot off. Near side, Olenek. Olenek's shot hit Gio Procopio, comes right back to Youngworth. Played behind the net for Gronick, tied up by Ernie. Gronick trying to kick it free. Comes free just to that face-off circle. Finds the stick of Soretsky. Will slide it around near side. Birmingham was changing lines, so Ernie easily takes it and sends it back into center ice. Scahill, long shot, stick save made by Wilson just inside that center ice stripe. Now Procopio, send one near side for Trezera. He'll pop a pass over for Gio Procopio out to his brother, Dom. Sets it up behind the Bulls net. Played by Huntsville. Pereira ties him up. That was Lindsay with the puck. Someone's lost a stick out there, and I think it's Lindsey's stick. So Huntsville has a man in the offensive zone without a stick. Lindsey, though, muscling the puck with his skate. What a play by Ethan Lindsey, kicking it away from the Bulls defenders. Still loose, picked up by Connor Fries. The centering pass knocked down by Pereira. Scahill can't get the puck away. Finally, Lindsey picks his stick up. There's a shot from inside the blue line. There's Lindsey right there, found the rebound. Another shot that would just wide to the far post. Holy cow, what a play by Ethan Lindsey. He's the reason Huntsville almost put that puck in the net, playing without a stick.
That's right, Jody. And it's that kind of effort that's going to be trouble for any team that you're playing against. With Ethan Lindsey with no stick, holds off 3 Bulls defenders, still keeps the puck on the wall, finally kicks it down low and ends up with 2 glorious scoring opportunities for the Havoc. And I'm telling you, on that last one, it's a good thing Pereira dove down across and put his body in front of that far post, or Huntsville might have had one.
Pereira has been a really solid addition to the Birmingham Bulls back end, no doubt about it. Got a message before the game started from Tommy Pecoraro in Evansville. He and I are simpatico on the way we feel about Huntsville, so he sends you and us and the Bulls his best wishes today.
Simpatico?
Yeah, we're on the same level with how we feel about Huntsville.
Wow.
We agree. That's a good word for me, isn't it?
Yeah, were you a school teacher?
Believe it or not, yes, I was.
Imagine that.
Feels like a long time ago.
Hey, we'll take...
They're all out today. My grandkids are here at school, or at the hockey game today, because they don't have school. All right.
Little shout out to Grumpy Grandpa, wishes us, listening on YouTube, wishes us happy holidays and all that good stuff. He's always in here, always following along. And
Have we met him?
I don't think so.
He interacts so much with us. I love it when he does. I'd like to meet him one day. Is he related to any of the players?
I have no idea. But, yeah, definitely always a fountain of information, too, looking up
good
stuff.
Information.
Yep.
All right, face off to the right of Hayden Stewart. Birmingham in that WHA throwback uniform today. It's not really a throwback jersey because back in the day when I was in elementary school, it was a blue jersey. We're wearing red with the old logo, but still brings back memories. Off the draw, puck played by C.J. Walker. He'll drop it back for his defensive Sadovsky, who will lift it into the Huntsville zone. Vitale will send it near side for Ernie. Tried to get it for Yonich. He tips it ahead to Kessner. One man back for Birmingham defensively. Kessner, nice play again by Sadovsky. Pokes it away from Josh Kessner. There's a shot from just inside the blue line. Look out. Stewart played it, dropped it, thought his defense was going to take it away, and they didn't. And he just covered it up with the mitt.
Well, that's one you definitely want to hold on to. And sometimes, Jody, it's as a goaltender, it's a lot easier to move in rhythm and come across and make a save when the shot follows the trajectory that you think it is, and it's a hard shot. But sometimes those floaters and loopers, and they knuckle and curve in on you, tough to stop.
Off the draw, Birmingham took it away from Huntsville, who had won it. Matt Wood with it, and he'll put it into the Huntsville zone. Out of the reach of Jackson Kemp, Bulls will play it. Soretsky behind the net for Gronick. Into the net goes, I believe that's Wood, which of course knocks the net off the mooring, so we'll have a face-off back in the Huntsville zone. Kessner was the one who brought that puck in for Huntsville. He's another one of those Huntsville players, a former MVP of the East Coast Hockey League, playing for the Huntsville Havoc. They are stacked, just stacked.
Well, it's one of those things, Jody, go back to the Miracle on Ice, right? You don't need the best guys, you need the right guys.
I agree. I just want 2 points today, that's all.
Right.
No matter who's out there in what jersey. Puck played by Reginato. He couldn't control it. Puts it into the corner. Gronick ties his man up. Pokes free. Soretsky had it. Tried to set it up for Wood. Taken away by Cole Reginato. And he'll pop it into the Bull zone. Tracy back to get it. Goes down on the play. Reginato with it. He lost it. Matt Wood picks it up for the Bulls. Banks one off the glass smartly, if you ask me, and takes the icing.
That's the second exceptional play.
Reginato may be injured.
Yep.
He's holding that right leg. He went down behind the Bulls' goal line. Finally, he just cruised to center ice. Now, I said right leg. Maybe we're talking about in between the right leg and the left leg.
Could be his groin, but
Yeah.
when he hit Tracy down there in the corner, Jody, that's the second impressive play. The first one by Lindsay, that one by Reginato, just overpowered him and bulldozed him.
Reginato plus 10 on the year, 139 penalty minutes, which leads the league. Plus, on top of that, Cole has 27 points on the year. That's a heck of a year. That's a career year for him.
Right.
Off the draw, Gio Procopio wins it, but once again, Birmingham just takes the puck away and lifts it into center ice. Line change for the Bulls. Glover out now with Olenek. And I believe Waite will come across the boards, and he does. Gagnon with the puck. Long cross-ice pass connecting. Back to Olenek. Waite with him. Olenek will bring it in. Colton fanned on the shot, gets the puck back. Banks one back for Gagnon. Gagnon for Olenek. He takes the shot, stick side by Wilson. I don't believe that was on net. Nonetheless, Gagnon will have it again for Birmingham. Throws it into the far corner. Played by Huntsville. McCabe has it. Drops it back for Procopio. Looks like McCabe and Procopio will be paired all night long defensively. That puck mounts off the boards. They'll call ice, and now pushing and shoving behind the play, Gagnon. I can't see who that is for Huntsville. Now Ethan Lindsay comes in, just punching Gagnon from behind. Takes him down. He's got a punch to the back of the head. Gagnon and Lindsay hopping off, but Gagnon and Lindsay saluting the crowd. Lindsay saluting the Huntsville, and there's a large contingent of Huntsville fans here tonight. I don't know how you call this, Greg, because Lindsay was not the original combatant. Trezera is, and he's going into the penalty box. Birmingham's going to get a power play out of this, I believe.
Well, the only thing
he's coming right back out. I don't know.
I wasn't sure about, Jody, is if Gagnon didn't get the first one back here.
Lindsay gets 5 for fighting. Gagnon as well, but nothing on the original Huntsville player that was tied up with Gagnon. So coincidental 5 minutes for fighting Majors, no power play, 6:05 to go, first period. No scoring, shots knotted up at 7.
Ethan Lindsay, where'd he come from, Jody?
I don't remember, but I do like the way that kid plays hockey.
Yeah, I know.
He's a throwback kind of player.
Kind of Matt Havoc.
Yeah, exactly. Just do what it takes. Face-off will come up just outside the Birmingham blue line. Connor Fries will take the draw for Huntsville. Referee and linesman still discussing something.
Barry Ontario, he's an 03.
Now, the referee comes over to the Bulls bench, Justin Thomasek. He's talking with Colton Olenek, the captain. Craig Simchuk eavesdropping. Now he has something to say. I believe they're asking why it was that the original call was between Gagnon and another Huntsville player who I did not see. And they're wondering why that one was not called. I thought Birmingham would get a man advantage out of this, but they didn't.
Or the other thing, too, Jody, is the third man in should be worth an extra deuce. But nonetheless, is what it is.
That's a good point. I didn't think of that.
But, yeah, I thought initially that Gagnon was going to get an additional, or the first two, if that makes sense.
It does. I thought it'd be coincidental minors for roughing. But then when Lindsay came in and just pummeled Gagnon from behind, you're right about that third man. But is it a third man when there's not a fight to begin with?
That's a good question.
So it's kind of a gray area. Even so, there were 2 Huntsville players involved, 1 Birmingham player. I just naturally assumed there'd be a power play out of it, but
I think they're trying to figure out here if they're going to play 4-on-4.
Well, they can't. It's Majors.
5-on-5.
It's got to be 5-on-5. That's not what they're talking about. They can't be. I think Simchuk's doing exactly what you said, wondering why it's not a third man in. Now, Thomasek may be asking the linesman what he saw, but this is a delay here that, quite honestly, well, I want him to get it right, so I'll be quiet.
Right.
And it looks like we're going to go back to action. No extra penalty. Face off outside the Bulls blue line. Sinclair and Fries. Puck is dropped. Sinclair controls. Now it's loose inside the Bulls blue line. Chipped ahead by Cody Walker. He can't get it deep. Picked up, though, by Birmingham. Over to Cody Walker. Takes a shot save. Rebounds loose. Still loose. Played far side by Huntsville, and they'll skate away. As Trezera tips it in. Matt Allen going in after with Pereira. Puck's free to the far boards. Played by Birmingham. Sinclair back to center ice. Hooks up with Cody Walker. He'll drop it back. Walker goes down on the play. Takes the puck. Finds a loose one. There's a shot just from inside that slot by Soretsky. Another shot by Scahill, turned aside by Wilson. Pereira couldn't keep it in. Birmingham has to vacate the Huntsville zone. Scahill with it. Scahill's had a very, very good, solid last 2 weeks of play. Elkstown with the puck. Off the boards at center ice for Giannis. Tried to hook it up to Kestner, knocked away, and back into center ice it's played. Back behind the net, Stewart will play it around the near boards. Jackson Camp with it. In front, deflected, just goes wide of Stewart, far side. Sadovsky with it, banks one off the boards and out. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first period, no score. Birmingham intercepts that pass, save made, rebound loose in the slot. Glover couldn't get his stick on the puck. Wood comes in, takes it away from Camp. Wood goes down, behind the play, Glover has it. Centers back for Sadovsky. Sadovsky has trouble with it, but finds it and sends it into the near corner. Schulteis can't get it past Glover. Comes to Waite. Far boards, Waite slides it near side. Tracy takes the shot. Blocker save made by Wilson. Tracy pinching in, keeps it alive for the Bulls. Behind the net, Glover. In front, score! Colton Olenek took that feed. Hard forechecking effort right there for the Birmingham Bulls. Just outworking this Huntsville Havoc team. Pays off. Olenek scores, giving the Bulls a 1-0 lead.
Well, and you can definitely see, Jody, the importance of Danny Waite making that play initially, and it's going back probably about 15 seconds where he got the puck on the far wall, curled all the way up high, worked it down low, got Glover behind the net. Glover working some magic down low, gets past the Huntsville defender, finds Olenek right there waiting all alone in the slot like he likes to do. That's what the goal scorers do. And Olenek finishes it off with that nice tap. Just beats Wilson, low blocker.
They'll drop it again. 15:51, the time of that goal in the first period. Colton Olenek's fourth of the year. He's spent over 2 months on the IR this year, the captain of the Birmingham Bulls. Sinclair on the draw for Birmingham. Gio Procopio for Huntsville. Bulls control. Pereira sends it into the far corner. Don Procopio backhands one around the near board. Huntsville will hang it. McCabe with it. This one to the Bulls blue line, knocked down by Golka. Austin Alger is there, had it taken away, and Birmingham smartly just clears it to center ice. I like how Birmingham is playing the puck in the defensive zone. Golka with it now. Off the side of the net, played by Pereira. Pereira with it, goes down on the play, tripped on something over there. Birmingham maintains possession somehow. They'll put it into the Huntsville zone. Behind the net, it gets past Wilson. Played by McCabe. 3.5 to go, first period. Birmingham 1, Huntsville 0. Through center ice, out of the reach of Reginato. This will be icing. No, they'll wave it off. Played up for Soretsky at his own blue line. He's knocked off the play. Huntsville will take possession. Birmingham gets it right back. Matt Wood. I don't like it. Right through this goal mouth. Puck gets down the ice. Icing will be called on the Bulls. Greg, please tell me why sometimes players just find it necessary to get an exit pass in your own defensive zone through the slaughter within 3 foot in front of your goaltender. Please tell me why.
Well, Jody, I think it's the same. I think it's the same answer, and I'll give you a different question. Why do some players feel it necessary to stop the puck inside your own defensive blue line to make a play to go backwards when if you just raise your stick, the puck clears the zone and there's no icing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's just a mental error. That's all.
Well, at this, these are not NHL seasoned veterans.
Oh, 100%.
So you have to understand that. But every time I see the Bulls in their own zone, their own defensive zone, go dangerously close to that slot or right in front of the netminder, it gives me the boo-boo jeebies.
Yep, makes the hair stand up on the back of your neck.
All right, 2:59 to go, first period. 1-0 Bulls, out shooting Huntsville 12-7. Face-off will be to the left of Hayden Stewart.
So on that goal, Jody, it was Olenek from Tracy and Glover.
I thought Waite may get an assist, but I guess Tracy did touch it after Waite did. Puck sent behind the Bulls goal line, played by Huntsville. Nifty stick handling by Janich, holds on to the puck. Almost had it taken away. Janich fires it off the leg of Kessner. Comes around to the far boards and out. Huntsville fans getting antsy. Those horns you hear, they're not trucks driving into the Pelham Civic Complex. They're the loud, big lungs of the Huntsville fans. Lincoln Ernie behind the net.
We're not at the loading dock of Walmart.
What it sounds like. Kessner with the puck. He'll circle back, fires it up to center ice to Ernie. 4 men back for the Bulls. Lincoln Ernie has it poked away from him. Comes right in on Stewart.
Look out.
And just as he should, just puts the mid on it. Lives for another day. Face-off will come up to his right.
Yeah, and Jody, I don't think Danny Waite cares either way about that assist. It's not like he's going to be going over to the timekeeper's booth in between trying to get it changed.
Sorry.
Oddly enough, on that first goal with Olenek and Glover factoring into it, they were 3 of the 5 guys identified as Bulls who have point-of-game nights against the Havoc.
Off the draw, Birmingham finds it, gets it ahead to Olenek. 2 men back for Huntsville. Danny Waite comes in with him. Olenek puts it behind the net. Don Procopio, that is, puts it far boards to his brother, and back the other way comes Austin Alger. Alger, look out, gets past Sadovsky, back behind the Bulls, in front.
Wow.
Save made by Stewart. First of all, what a play by Austin Alger that got by Sadovsky, and then Kessner, of all people, cruising in front. Got a good shot off, deflected it, but Stewie right on the mark makes the save and keeps this score. Bulls 1, Huntsville 0.
And Jody, that is a key save for Hayden Stewart because as you mentioned it before, this goal's against a little over 3, but against Huntsville, it's up over 5. So
remember though, they had that 8-goal night that was just an abomination from the entire team. But you're right, what a big save by Hayden Stewart. It's got to do a lot for your confidence. Now behind the net, center pass, save made off the stick of McCabe. Rebound comes back to Alger. Far side, Procopio back to Alger. Slap shot goes wide. Puck played along the far boards. Birmingham would be well just to chip it out, and they do. Off the stick of C.J. Walker, and it bounces as well over his brother Cody. He'll get it back, though. Cody will bring it in. Elkstam pins him against the boards easily. Taken away, look out, Reginato splits 2 men. He's going to come in all alone. Cole Reginato comes in, wide of the net.
Wow.
Behind the net, puck is loose. Reginato finds it. Tried a centering pass to Allen, who will pick the loose puck up. Matt Allen tied up by Youngworth. It comes to Reginato. He'll come out in front of that face-off circle. A shot nowhere near. We're under a minute to go here in the first period. Huntsville's buzzing, putting the pressure on. Jackson Camp from his defensive position slides one through the slot. Right back near boards, Birmingham. Can't get it out. Matt Allen in front. That one goes wide as Reginato was there. Now Cody Walker calmly just banks one off the boards into center ice. Now they'll blow it dead. They'll say hand pass. So a face-off, I believe, is going to come deep in the Huntsville zone.
Yeah, we're entering dangerous territory here, Jody, when I look down in the zone and I see the Huntsville's feet moving. And they're circling and cycling high and
sharks
low.
out there.
And the Bulls are kind of standing still all of a sudden. And that is not something. You want to continue to be as aggressive in the D zone as they've been in the offensive zone. And we'll see how that pans out here with 38 seconds to go in the first.
Huntsville Maine gets possession. That's Lincoln Ernie ahead to Janich. He lost it. Glover will put it right back behind the net. Played. by Schulteis through center ice. Birmingham has it. They'll try and quickly bring it in. Glover just out of his reach. Lincoln Ernie has it, and he'll slide it far side. We're under 20 seconds to go. Now through center ice, Golka lost it. Glover back behind his own goal line for Sadowski for Waite. Schulteis keeps it alive. They'll put it back behind the Bulls net. Under 10 seconds to go for Birmingham. Tracy reaches, gets it. Birmingham can't get it past Lincoln Ernie. Finally through center ice. That'll do it for the first period of play. Shots on goal in favor of the Bulls, 12-10. More importantly, the scoreboard in favor of Birmingham, 1-0. And for what you numerologists out there, my kind of people, when Birmingham scores first, a record of 13-8-0-3. When we're leading after one period, 6-5-0-1. So you know what that tells me? We got 40 minutes of hockey to play.
Right, absolutely.
Not over with.
Yeah, and definitely you could feel the momentum kind of shift a little bit there, you know.
No doubt.
For the most part, I thought Huntsville came out kind of flat. You know, they were playing the slow game, kind of making a couple passes in their defensive zone before breaking out. And I think the Bulls were all over that early. And then all of a sudden, Huntsville kind of flipped it up. And I think it all started off with some of those plays by guys like Lindsay and Reginato for Huntsville, giving that extra effort. And that's the thing, Jody. In hockey, it's when guys who play a certain role, when they do something exceptional that's kind of out of their, you know, the regular circle of things that they do day to day. And that Lindsay play without his stick, I mean, that was pretty impressive.
Greg, he got control of the puck, first of all, without a stick, with his skates. Kept control of it for a good 10 to 12 seconds, and somehow got it back to someone with a stick and a scoring chance come out of it. That's effort.
Tier 2 junior guy, Jody. Tier 2 junior.
Ethan Lindsay.
Yep.
Where did he play Tier 2 hockey?
Aurora Pickering.
I spent a lot of time in Aurora, Ontario when I lived in Toronto.
And, you know, Briarcrest College, never heard of it, in the ACAC. So, where's the, you know what I mean?
I know where you're going with it.
I'm just saying.
Hockey players are everywhere, playing in a lot of leagues, and there's reasons they are there in those certain leagues, and sometimes they're not unexplainable, but you can find diamonds in the rough anywhere you look.
That's it, and it's always these young guys that we see, and there's a couple. You know, Williams comes to mind as a guy who just kind of came out of nowhere, right? These young kids, they're 21, 22 years. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But
easily their best player.
100%. And he's doing, what, second year? So definitely something that there's diamonds in the rough everywhere, and you got to give them a look to see, put in the time.
All right, your thoughts, what Birmingham needs to do these next 20 minutes?
I think they, you know, it feels like a Sunday, or not a Sunday afternoon game, but that's exactly what it felt like back in the day. When you do your, you know, 3-game stint, you go to New Orleans on Friday night, Baton Rouge on Saturday, and then you're in Louisiana for the 1 o'clock start.
And they're all over you.
Right, but it just feels kind of slow. You know, there wasn't a lot of whistles, not a whole lot of physicality and that kind of stuff. But I think that the Bulls have to kind of get that first period under their belt and say, okay, we came away pretty good here considering how the period went. And if you come out, this is their game to win, Jody. You know what I mean? Right now, if they can come out and put together, just give me a little bit more like you did against Macon, and I'm telling you, they could run away with this one.
All right, that'll do it for the first period of play. We'll take a break, come back in about 12 minutes for the second period action. Score at the end of one period of play, Birmingham 1, Huntsville 0. Greg Drebity and Jody Chernesky, and this is Birmingham Bulls hockey. welcome back to the Pelham Civic Complex. Jody Chernesky here along with Greg Dreveny, and talking in between the periods, Greg and I had a revelation that we have, well, he's on the ice now, but we did not see a lot of 91 Kip Ledzianko the last 10 minutes of that period, Greg.
Right, that's definitely something odd, Jody, and even thinking about it.
He's skating really softly.
In the early going, you know what I mean? That he's usually that change-up guy that you see after you see Glover and Walker, you know what I mean? Get out there and do their thing. And it wasn't. The next guy that comes to mind for me is Wood that period, and I didn't see Ledzianko a whole lot.
No, which makes no sense to me. The only explanation is something's wrong. I mean, he's obviously going to be your number one man as far as ice time goes. He's at times the most physical player we have on the ice. He does an excellent job of forechecking, and I can see his face. And Greg, that was a grimace just then.
Yeah, it was.
As he skates over to the bench. That's not good with his brother on the IR already. He's shaking his head as well. I think he's just told him, I can't do it. Something's going on with Kip Ledzianko, and that, ladies and gentlemen, for the Birmingham Bulls, does not bode well.
So, if I'm going to speculate based off what I just saw, Jody, I would say something internal in the interior leg, like maybe it might be a groin, might be a hamstring, you know what I mean? But something definitely is not boding well with the tight turns and stuff he was doing over on the side, kind of getting a feel for it.
Well, look where he's positioned on the bench, too. He's behind the players. So that tells me, as you well know, he's not about to hop over the boards.
Well,
he's done.
There's opportunity for somebody else to step up, and let's go.
All right, back to action. Here in the second period, Bulls begin the period up 1-0 as Jackson Kemp was slided around the boards. Glover was there, but it gets past him and everyone back into the Bulls zone where Gagnon has it. Gagnon can't curl away from Reginato, so he puts it into center ice. Taken right back in by Huntsville's Allen. Gagnon, far side. This one's got past everyone. It'll be icing. No, Wilson will play it. Puck in the Huntsville zone. Aldridge sends it over. Connor Fries takes it. Dumps it in deep. Chases it himself. Gagnon and Fries go down. Loose puck picked up in the corner by Youngworth. He just lifts it back into the Huntsville zone. Very concerned about Kip Ledzianko, Greg.
Definitely. We'll have to keep an eye on that, Jody, and see if he gets any ice time at all here in the second period. And the second period is critical, and we'll talk about that in the next stoppage.
C.J. Walker gets it ahead to Sinclair off his stick. Huntsville has it. Janich takes a hit there from Pereira. Puck comes in on Stewart, clears it aside, far boards. Birmingham's Cody Walker plays it. He's knocked down, gets it to Pereira, knocked away from him. Kessner tried to set it up for Schulteis. Gets past everyone to Ernie. He takes the shot, knocked down by Scahill. He'll take it and bounce it off the boards to Sinclair. From his knees, Sinclair couldn't clear it, as did Cody Walker. Now it's loose top of that face-off circle. Huntsville has it. Janich sends it over far side. Elkstrom couldn't get all that shot. Comes to Janich. Curls it back. Huntsville's buzzing.
Yep.
There's a shot knocked down in front by Pereira. Still loose at the side of the crease. There's a shot. Goes back wide and behind the net. Birmingham needs to get the puck out of the zone. Cody Walker giving chase. Tries to get it away from Schulteis. Schulteis too big. He just shields his body off. Now puck loose. Gronick plays it back in. Far corner, backhand pass over for Schulteis. Soretsky tries to get it away from him. He missed. Now Lindsay has the puck, turns his body on the Bulls player and manages to get it free. Gronick goes over along with Lindsay. Tapped across the Huntsville blue line. Near side is played by Trezera. Sadowski knocked the puck away from him, and Birmingham has it. Huntsville will change lines. Soretsky has it. Thought he had it, lost it. He'll take it and just slide it back behind the net. Matt Wood goes in after it. Kessner as well. Gio Procopio and Wood fighting for it. It'll come near boards. Youngworth in front looking for a deflection from Wood, fanned on it, and back comes Gio Procopio through center ice. Another player, that's Golka, lost the stick. Gio Procopio slides the puck around the boards. Now Waite touches up, and that's going to be a penalty. A holding call's coming up for the first power play of the night for either team. Birmingham will go to the penalty box. Huntsville will get the first power play of the game for either team. Huntsville's power play third in the league. 26 power play goals on the year, a 21% success rate. Birmingham lacking in penalty kill, as we talked about prior to this, Greg. 27 power play goals against, a 76% kill ratio, but Birmingham has scored 4 shorthanded goals on the season.
Right. So we'll see, Jody, as we talked about in the intermission, this Huntsville second period is where they look to explode.
Off the draw, Huntsville knocks it into the corner. Matt Allen will send it around near boards where it's corralled by Elkstown. He sends a shot in right into the mitt of Hayden Stewart, who will squeeze it. Tell us about Huntsville in the second.
So Huntsville in their second period, Jody, they've scored 50 goals, 4, given up 35, so that's a rating of plus 15, where the Bulls' second period play, 37 goals, 4, 44 against, -7. So that's a 22 goal differential
swing
right there. Right. So if you're the Bulls, you want to survive this period. Based off the first 3 minutes here, they need to pick it up a notch.
Face off to the left, right of Hayden Stewart. Sinclair. Fries did not have his stick down. The puck was still dropped.
Right.
So I guess he's going to toss Connor Fries, but why would the linesman drop the puck until the centerman puts his stick on the ice?
Well, when you're at home, Jody, I believe when your home centerman puts his stick down, the puck drops.
Well, his stick's down. Now it's finally dropped. Huntsville control. Schulteis with it. Near side Fries. He takes the shot off the skate of Gagnon. Allen goes down, but Huntsville still has it. Connor Fries. Down low to Allen. He has a shot off the post. Behind the net, Gagnon can't clear it. Reginato, far board. Sinclair hustles over. He can't get it out. Cole Reginato in the corner for Allen. Back to Reginato. Reginato, face-off circle. Can't get the shot off. Birmingham Sinclair takes the loose puck and sends it down the ice.
I'm glad Reginato decided to take a bad angle shot with traffic in front right there, Jody.
Minute 15 to go in the power play for Huntsville. Schulteis drops it back for Kessner. He taps a pass over, gets past Waite. Around the near side, they were trying to set it up for Procopio. Knocked away by the Bulls, and Danny Waite, nice job, just flips it down the ice. A bouncing shot right in on Wilson. And you and I just got through talking about those kind of shots and how tough they were on goaltenders. He was down on his pads to make that save. Under a minute to go in the power play as Gio Procopio drops it back. Golka with it. He'll go right wing side. Whips it around the boards, takes a big pop over there. As does Procopio in front. Kessner was looking for Golka. Tapped away from him. Birmingham can't get it out. Kept alive by Gio Procopio. We're down to 25 seconds of power play time remaining. Weaver Vitale. Cross ice pass. Played down low. Gets past Kessner. Birmingham clears.
That's a big clear, Jody. 13 seconds to go here in this Huntsville power play.
Connor Scahill with the clear. Huntsville maybe in time for one last rush as Lindsay will bring it in. Look out. He'll drop it back to no one. Birmingham has possession. Gronick. He's out with Cody Walker. Birmingham's killed the penalty. Gronick takes the shot. Save made. Rebound loose. Covered up by Wilson. Birmingham killing off that power play with 14:50 to go here in the second period. Still leading 1-0.
Yeah, and Jody, I'll tell you, Huntsville, they look better 5-on-5 than they did on their power play.
They did. I 100% agree with you. They did maintain possession during that power play, but couldn't get a lot of quality chances. Now, a lot of that was Birmingham being in the passing lanes and the shooting lanes and sticks all over the place and deflecting passes and shots. But you're right, they looked a lot better 5-on-5 than they did on that power play particularly.
Well, and one guy who I really noticed on that power play, or on the penalty kill, Jody, who really stood out was Danny Waite. You talked about his hockey IQ earlier. You know what I mean? I mean, just the fact that he looks, he sees where the puck is, and then he's like, okay, where would I go if I was that guy? Who's my guy? And he sees it, recognizes it, and he starts moving before the guy even makes the play. broke up the one, had a great clear down, and, you know, gave Wilson a little bit of trouble with that one hopper. And, you know, those are the ones, Jody, you see it coming in, it's up in the air, and as a goaltender, it's like you just don't even, it's almost like you have to hold your breath and just drop down and try and block out as much of the net as you can and hope you can do the back catcher and pick it up off the first hop.
Gronick will be on the draw for the Bulls in the Huntsville zone. And I believe he's opposite Gio Procopio. No, I'm sorry, Connor Fries. Huntsville controls as Don Procopio sends it up to center ice, knocked away. Far boards played by Fries. Loose puck picked up by Huntsville's Lindsay. He gets it past Sadowski. Lindsay goes down. Could have easily been a trip, Greg. Birmingham, Sadowski with the puck. He can't get it past Trezera. Trezera send it right back behind the Bulls net, where it's played by Tracy. Gronick backhands one out finally. Birmingham had a chance. That's Cody Walker, far side. He couldn't do it. Sent back into the Bull zone where Tracy has it. 14 minutes, 13 seconds to go, second period. Bulls up 1-0. Tipped into the Huntsville zone. Procopio near side for Elkston. Behind Janich, and icing will be called on Huntsville.
One thing I noticed on that last shift, Jody, I'm glad that Huntsville appears to be having skate blade issues because about 3 guys all lost an edge. But what I noticed about it is their feet were moving. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They were exploding trying to get through and jump past the Birmingham D, and 3 guys that shift just lost an edge.
Glover on the draw for the Bulls. This will be in the Huntsville zone, controlled by Glover. Gets past Olenek to Young, worth a shot, blocker save. Danny Waite with the rebound. That one's deflected out of play, so we'll do it again. I've sent a text down to the Bull staff at the bench to try and get a word on Kip, but nothing as of yet to report.
I think it's safe to say we're probably not going to hear anything until after the game.
Yep, I don't think we're going to see him the rest of the night, no matter what. A stick explodes off the draw, and I don't know whose stick it is.
Glover.
Glover lost it. He'll come back to the bench, I'm sure, to get it. Brought in, look out, Elkston has it. All alone into the goaltender, Stewart. He runs him and he scores. Is that going
to count?
I don't know if that's going to count or not. They ran into Stewart. The goal light came on. The puck did go in the net, but did it go in after he ran Stewart or not?
Well, the question would be, Jody, when he hit Stewart and put Stewart back in the net, did that left post come off the moorings before he backhanded that puck into the open net?
I did not see where the referee was positioned, did you?
Yeah, he was skating down the opposite side, so
he wasn't on the goal line?
No.
All right, he's got to take a look at the puck. He's got to look at a replay of it then, right?
100%. Because
Glover's talking to him about it now.
Minimally, what the question is going to be, Jody, is was he pushed into Hayden Stewart? Or if he goes in under his own will and has contact with the goalie in the paint like that, that play's dead, that's goalie interference. You know what I mean? But if he's pushed in by the defenseman, then that could be a good goal if the mooring didn't come off.
Well, we haven't seen a replay yet, and it's okay. It doesn't mean anything. Don Procopio, Colton Olenek now goes over as well to have the discussion with Justin Tomasek, who's had a busy game tonight. Tomasek has. Here's the replay now. The puck went in after the net was off the moorings. The puck slid in the net, definitely. But it was after Hayden Stewart
it wasn't
was knocked down and the puck and the net came off the moorings.
It wasn't on the initial. The puck didn't carry over the goal line. It stopped in the paint, and then after Hayden was out of the picture, then it was popped back in. Good effort.
Question I have is, let's say Birmingham's defenseman pushed him into Stewart. Does it count if the post was off the mooring before the puck went in? In my opinion, no.
No.
No matter who ran and who pushed whom.
Right.
But I haven't seen Tomasek go look at that iPad yet, Greg, which worries me.
Well, it just all depends, because your first question is, Was he
I don't
pushed
think this
in?
is a goal.
Your second one is, was the net dislodged before the
Yeah.
puck crossed the goal
That's
line?
what I'm
I
maintaining.
think the answer to that is yes.
No goal. Finally, I was right once.
There you go.
Now, even Greg, the head coach Stephen wants
Yeah.
an explanation. I don't blame him. I'd want one too. But he saw the same replay you and I
Sure.
just did. And we don't have the iPad, and we still saw the net was off before the puck was in the net. Now, is he just planting seeds for further calls down the road?
Well, you do this, Jody, just so you have that few minutes with the referee, and then the referee skates away from that, and he's like, you know what? Even if that was a 50-50 call, but you're going to have one in your back pocket to give Huntsville another opportunity here. A make-up call. Let's just call it what it is.
Well, and that happens. Let's just be honest. It does. Face-off, though, outside of the Birmingham blue line.
Well, that's what good coaches do. You know,
Sure.
You want to work every angle that you can from the bench.
Kessner on the draw along with Sinclair. Off the draw, played by Huntsville's Yannick. He'll get it back on defense to Schulteis. Banks one off Elkston, who takes a stick up high. Penalty coming up on the Bulls. Scahill got his stick up on Elkston. And another power play will come up for the Huntsville Havoc. He did it right in front of us. We saw it.
Well,
but you're right. Now behind the play, Ernie goes down.
He might call too.
He could call an interference on that. Finally touched up by the Bulls, and the whistle goes. We know one's a high stick.
Well, here's how that play broke out, Jody. Alstam, he did get the high stick up in his face. You know what I mean? Was it intentional? No.
It doesn't matter,
but he threw a little bit of Hollywood on it, which is a smart play. And the referee wasn't looking at what happened, but he just saw the stick in the air and Elkstam on the ice, and the arm went up. There's your makeup call.
High sticking is the call. I don't know if it's 2 or 4, though. He came to the bench to look at Elkstam. 2 minutes, so just C.J. Walker gets called 2 minutes for the high stick. This will be Huntsville's second power play of the night, 0 for 1. Big penalty kill for the Bulls, done not to beat a dead horse, but this second period crucial
100%.
for the Birmingham Bulls. Sinclair will draw on for the Bulls, controlled by Huntsville. Weaver Talley, far side, now will be played down low, near side. Kessner with it. Kessner holds on to the puck, slides it across. In front, looking for Golka, intercepted by Birmingham's Sinclair, and he'll skate with the puck, try and kill some time and maybe get a shot off. Sinclair holding on to it. Finally slides it behind the net. Huntsville will try and work it free out of their own zone. Golka gets it ahead. Alger with it. Alger lost it to Olenek, and Olenek clears it down the ice.
Nothing better on the power play, Jody, than a 1.5-foot pass at the blue line.
Played by Golka near side. He gets it ahead to Gio Procopio. He'll drop it back for Kessner. Kessner drops it for his defense. That's Alger actually with it. Along the near sideboard, plays it back for Weaver Vitale. Shot knocked down in front. A lot of traffic. Loose puck picked up by Kessner. Behind the net, Birmingham again in that passing lane, intercepts and clears it down the ice.
Big clear there, 50 seconds to go in this Bulls penalty kill, Jody.
Weaver Vitale with the puck. Slowly through his own end, now through center ice. Why he dropped it back, I don't know, but he did. Here comes Huntsville now. Elkston with the puck. In front, looking for a cruising Allen. Gets past him and out of the zone. Look out. Glover broke another stick. Could have got called for a slash. Elkston with the puck. He'll drop it back. 20 seconds of power play time remaining. Backhander save. Rebound loose. Still loose. Picked up by Sinclair. Sinclair can't clear. His pass is intercepted by Reginato. He'll get it to Schulteis. We're down to 10 seconds to go in this power play. Pass to no one. That puck's going to not escape the zone. It stayed right on the blue line. Fries has it. Birmingham's killed the penalty. Back at full and even strength. One more shot for Huntsville. There's a centering pass taken away by the Bulls, and here we go. C.J. Walker just out of the penalty box. 1-on-2. No one back to help. Now a third defender comes in. Walker slides it across ice. Fan on the shot by Tracy. Loose puck picked up by Walker. He has it poked away from him, and it's back into center ice. Sadowski out of position. Look out, Kevin. He goes after it. A nice play. He'll shield off Allen and get possession of the puck for Birmingham. Soretsky let it go, and it comes straight to Yannick. Yannick with the puck. Back at the point. Near side, Don Procopio. In front, save made by Stewart. Loose puck along the near boards. Huntsville trying their best to even this score. Ethan Lindsay gives it up for Trezera. Trezera back for Lindsay, or Yannick. Down low to Lindsay. He'll go around. Wraparound save made by Stewart. He was expecting it and waiting on it, and back comes Cody Walker. He'll fire it into the far corner, going after it himself. McCabe through center ice. Knocked away from everyone, back into the Huntsville zone. They'll take it back out. Huntsville will bring it in. Golka slides one over for Yannick. Save made, rebound cleared down the ice. That was knocked down in front, never made it through to Stewart. Camp has the puck behind his own net. He's watched by Olenek. We're under 10 minutes to go here in the second. Still 1-0 Birmingham. Long pass ahead through center ice. Connects with Gio Procopio. Backhands the pass over. Alger with it. He'll circle back through the slot. His shot knocked into the netting. A nice deflection there by Pereira. And I'm telling you, Bartuccio Pereira has been a welcomed addition to this Birmingham defensive core.
He's always one who's quietly making plays, Jody. You know, almost like the Larry Robinson. You know, aside from the time that he got some opportunity on the power play to quarterback it back there, I thought he looked really good. But defensively, he is always in the right spot, breaking up plays, getting a stick in the shooting lane, deflecting them away. And Huntsville are really doing a good job cycling up high and trying to get those shots in with traffic in front of Hayden Stewart. And you mentioned it before about the one shot that they got through, and Hayden Stewart could not see it as there was, I don't know if it was Reginato or who, but somebody was standing right in front of him, and it just hit a body in front.
Yep. Well, that happens, and like we were talking about, the unbelievable save Stewart made in the first period off the stick of Josh Kessner. Those saves like that, where the puck just finds you, that's the kind of saves that can win you Stanley Cups and championships, where you're just on.
Even the wraparound, Jody.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a tough save to make. Having to move, not knowing, because you don't have eyes in the back of your head. You can't see that guy coming around the net.
You have to sense it, I guess.
That's it.
All right. 9:18 to go, second period. Huntsville out shooting Birmingham 17-14, but more importantly, Bulls still on top 1-0. Parker Soretsky on the draw for the Bulls. Gio Procopio for Huntsville. They'll stop, try and drop it again. Off the draw, still loose. Gio Procopio pushed to the ice. Alger has it. He takes the shot. Glove save made by Stewart. Traffic was developing in front, but it didn't quite set up yet. Stewart saw it and gloved it.
Yeah, Jody, I felt more comfortable when Huntsville was on the power play.
You know, it's odd that they do play better 5-on-5. I really believe that's a situation where they're just stronger.
Right.
You know, physically stronger.
Well, they're moving their feet. They're making things happen. We're on the power play. Everybody tries to set it up and do this pretty passing, and I don't know, a lot of standing around.
Off the draw, Birmingham takes it. Gronick behind the net for Youngworth. Backhands one off the boards and out. Waiting at the blue line was Soretsky. He'll shovel it behind the net for Gronick. Gronick looks for someone out in front. Gets it in front. Soretsky, a shot. Save made. Nice opportunity there for Birmingham. Soretsky with the puck. He'll put it right back around deep. Matt Wood is there. Around the far boards. Puck bounces off the boards oddly. Still loose. Chipped out to center ice. Huntsville has it. They'll change lines. Gagnon has it for Birmingham. Matt Allen on him. Gets it to Sinclair. Chipped it to center ice. Reginato intercepts. He'll sidestep Sinclair and bring it in. Cuts behind the net. Cole Reginato sends it out to the blue line. This is making me nervous. Schulteis a shot. Just goes wide. Gagnon along the far boards. He lost it. Tried to get it back and does. That pass is gloved down by Lincoln Ernie and sent right back into the Birmingham zone. Now through center ice, C.J. Walker. Slides it over to his brother, shot. This one goes to the near side. Sadowski lost it. Cole Reginato backhands one out to center ice. He'll take it there. Reginato bring it in, drops it to Kessner. Far side pass, that one not much of a fan by Elkstown. You get a piece of it, but not a lot of it. Huntsville with it. Cody Walker knocks that shot down, and good job, clears the puck into center ice. Don Procopio ahead for Kessner. A lot of ice time for this line. Yannick and Kessner are going to be out a long time, I believe, the rest of this period. Kessner with the puck. Centers one for Elkstown. His shot goes wide, picked up by Tracy. He couldn't clear. Right back behind the net it's played. Finally it gets out. This one's going to be icing. Is back to get it. Is McCabe? No, they'll wave it off.
Wave it off.
McCabe with it. Near side Procopio. Dom. Far side pass. Tried to sit it to Elkstrom in the middle. Scahill knocked it away. Now it's loose. There's a shot off the shoulder and maybe nicked the crossbar behind Stewart, but nonetheless stays out of the net. And with 6:40 to go here in the second, Birmingham holding on for dear life, leading 1-0.
Stewart at the last second there, Jody. That was a slow developing play. Came out through a couple of sets of feet. And they got the shot off just inside that hash mark. Stewart just threw up the shoulder at the last second, hit the top of his shoulder off the crossbar, not a play.
Off the draw, Soretsky loses it, but gets possession back. Birmingham has it behind their own net. Pereira with it. Uses his body to shield the defender, gets it to center ice where Wood backhands one in. Loose puck comes right out in front of Wilson. Huntsville was there to pick it off. Now intercepted by Walker. He'll send it far side. Pereira from his blue line position is behind the goal line. He'll play it behind the net. Huntsville will take it away. Lindsay with it now through center ice. Trezera with him. Lindsay's shot turned aside by Stewart. Rebound followed up by Huntsville. Trezera sends it behind the net for Lindsay. He's tied up on the play. C.J. Walker trying to knock it free. Does. Puck comes right back, though, around for Procopio. Geo shot save again by Stewart. Birmingham can't clear. Schulteis keeps it in. It banked right off the glass into his body. Bottom of the face-off circle. Centers a pass for Alger, who has it off the post.
Jeepers.
Far side. There's another shot turned aside by Stewart. Birmingham just can't clear. Backhand a shot in through the slot. Knocked down. Bartuccio Pereira lifts it to center ice. Holy cow.
Again, here
Here comes Golka right back in for Alger's deflection. It bounced over his stick. Huntsville doing more than buzzing. They are all around the Birmingham Bulls now. Soretsky chips one down the ice. No icing. Birmingham can change lines. Schulteis whips one through center ice. It gets past Golka. Back into the Huntsville zone. Right back out. Kessner will play it in. This is going to be icing on the Birmingham, or on the Huntsville Havoc. So 4:56 remaining in this second period. Greg, why does it feel like Birmingham is fortunate this is not a 3-1 deficit right now?
Well, because Hayden Stewart has had 3 game-saving saves so far that has kept them off the board. And, you know, it's one of those things, Jody, that as a goaltender, you know, it's like no different than a player. You know what I mean? They come off the bench, they skate for 45, 50 seconds or whatever, and then they come in. But a goaltender needs that break too. And this is energy draining on Hayden Stewart right now from the pressure that Huntsville is putting off, because he has to stay on point. You see it. They're shooting from everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The pucks are hard to see. So he's got to stay engaged for that entire time. And it's felt like Huntsville's been in the Bull zone for the last 5 minutes.
Well, 5-on-5, they're just better than Birmingham is right now. A lot of that has to do, in my opinion, with the absence of Kip Ledzianko. That's basically a part of one of your top two lines that you can't use, so somebody's going to have to double shift, which would bring somebody from the third line up, which
Right.
is you're falling off a little bit.
Well, and especially we haven't seen Britton ever since Britton had the clear go off the glass median or whatever and bounce back in the zone. We haven't seen him out since then, so another one to keep an eye on.
All right, face-off in the Huntsville zone. Glover was there for Birmingham. No one cleanly controls it. It comes to Huntsville. They'll take the puck. Set it out to center ice. Youngworth gives it up for Glover. Cross-ice pass for Waite. Through the slot. Backhands one in front for Olenek. He got a little piece of it, not all of it, as he was being tied up defensively by Golka, who are having a little discussion with each other now. Wilson made the save, lost it a little on the rebound, but covered it up, so we'll do it again.
Well, and those three look like a good combination there. You see Waite and Glover, Jody, so smart with that puck, pushing it across the top, down to Glover. He sees Olenek in motion out of the corner of his eye, throws it across. Olenek with another glorious scoring opportunity.
Off the draw, loose through the slot, picked up by Huntsville. And Elkson clears it in. Goes far boards. Gagnon will try and play it. His clearing pass knocked down. Elkson has it. Near corner. Turns away from Youngworth. He'll drop it off. There's a pass out for Kessner. Still loose in the slot. Alger gets it back to the point. McCabe's shot deflected by Glover into the corner. Huntsville again with possession. Yannick tipped away by Wade, and a nice play. Takes the puck right back and sends it in deep. He took a scoring chance away and cleared the puck in the Huntsville zone. Now the forechecking of Birmingham will try. That was Olenek there. Played behind the net. McCabe picks it up. He gets it out to center ice. Kessner has it. Tried to drop it to Elksham. Kessner gets the puck back. Played behind the net. Tracy and Sadowski along with Elksham are there. Now Reginato comes in to try and poke it free. Tracy jamming away at the puck.
He's stepping on the puck. Did you see that?
Yeah. Tracy goes far side. And that was Gronick. Backhands went off the boards and out. Wood is there to pick it up. He tried to go around two defensemen. He has to put the brakes on. Nice pass over for Gronick. No way he could get that shot off. Penalty coming up on Huntsville, as that was going to be a holding call on Huntsville, or a hook, one of the two. And Birmingham on the first power play of the night.
And now, Jody, we will see how Birmingham's power play does, as despite being 8th in the league and on their way up on this climb, they have the top power play, 24.1% on their power play, Jody.
Reginato goes off for the hook.
Yep.
141 penalty minutes on the year for Cole, and you want a guy like that on your team. Plus 10, 140 PIMs, and 27 points. I'll take that every time.
Oh, yeah.
All right, see what the Bulls can do on this power play. Big opportunity for Birmingham. Sinclair on the draw. Give it back to the point to Youngworth, who has no choice but just to slide it to Waite. Now it's played down low. Back to Waite, near boards. Back to Youngworth. Two players missing on this, Kip Ledzianko and Doug Scott. Pass over. It's going to get past Allen. Waite tries to keep it in. Don Procopio has a chance to get it out, and they do down the ice. We don't talk a lot about Doug Scott. He was just masterful quarterbacking the power play. Of course, Doug's one of those players that's in the East Coast Hockey League right now.
But he had 11 points on the power play, Jody.
Exactly. Sinclair with the puck. Banks one over for Soretsky, who's on the power play. Far side, C.J. Walker. Played by Huntsville around the boards, and it gets past everyone down the ice. Youngworth will pick it up. Birmingham changes power play units. Out for Birmingham, Matt Wood. Parker Soretsky. Colton Olenek. Now bringing it in was Cody Walker. Back behind the net for Soretsky. Chips it for Wood. Wood back to Scahill.
Look out.
Scahill, look out. He almost gave that one up. Not Scahill, but Birmingham in general. Now Gio Procopio floating back, brings it in. Blocker save made by Stewart. 30 seconds to go on this power play unit for Birmingham. Colton Olenek with it. 3 men back for Huntsville. He's got nowhere to go. Colton just banks one off the boards deep for Wood. Matt Wood kicks it to himself. Loses possession. Huntsville will clear.
Go.
And of all people, Josh Kessner will bring it in. Scahill back. Scahill with a good play. Pokes it away from Kessner. Now Kessner forechecking with Scahill. Huntsville's done a great job killing this power play off. Birmingham one last chance with 5 seconds to go in it. Both teams back at full and even strength. Birmingham with the puck. Olenek, his pass, or Glover that is, his pass got past everyone. Look out, here comes Reginato just out of the box. His shot deflected by Sadowski high. A minute left to go in the second period. Reginato's cruising, just circling. Birmingham would be well advised just to get out of this period. As Sinclair, nice job, tips it into center ice. Lincoln Ernie fires it right back in. Stewart will play it himself for Sadowski. For C.J. Walker to Colton Olenek. He'll bring it in. Set it up left wing side. Tried to set it up for Sinclair. A little too far in front. Connor Fries has it for Huntsville, and he'll tip it to center ice. Tracy gloves it, drops it. Trezera picks it off. He has Lindsay with him. Trezera takes the shot. That one goes wide. Far side, Colton Olenek smartly just tips it back into the Huntsville zone. We're down to 15 seconds of time here in the second. Long pass ahead on the mark, too, for Lindsay. He couldn't control it. Centers a pass, no one there. Now Kemp slides it behind the net for Trezera. 5 seconds left. Gagnon lost it. Look out. Save made. Rebound. Another rebound by Lindsay, and Huntsville did everything in the world the last 20 seconds of that period except score, Greg.
100%, Jody. Huntsville coming out. I think the only difference in the statistical analysis of the second periods, the only factor that we didn't include was Hayden Stewart.
Yeah.
And he was the difference because he was 2 goals better than the Huntsville Havoc in that period.
No doubt. No doubt about it. I mean, I'm not sure where this game's going, Greg, because even though we're up 1-0 on this scoreboard, it just feels like we're down 3-1. And we have 20 minutes of action left, and it just feels different. Birmingham, when leading after 2 periods of play, is unbeaten this year, 9-0-0-1. When Huntsville trails at the end of 2, they have a record of 2-8-2. And that means nothing to me right now. And it should make me feel better.
Well, 14-5 shots in the second period.
Well, we knew Huntsville, that's where they make hay in the second period. To your point, to your credit, the difference was Hayden Stewart.
Yep.
And I'll also give this to the Birmingham forwards. Defensively, they get their sticks in the passing lanes. They're deflecting shots. They're not blocking them, but they're affecting the shots. Those that are getting through to Stewart, he's making the saves on. So it's a very big team effort, it was, at least in that second period. What happens in the third, who knows? Who knows?
Well, we'll do some, take a break here, Jody. We'll do some statistical analysis, and we'll see what the numbers say for the third period, because although the scoreboard didn't reflect it, the shots and
did.
The momentum of the period did exactly what you were saying. But for the Bulls, they come out of it, they survive that second period, and they carry a 1-goal lead in a very important game on this Monday afternoon.
All right, stay with us if you can. If not, you know where to find us. You can come back, score at the end of 40 minutes of play. At the end of the 2 periods, Birmingham 1, Huntsville 0. Greg Dreveny along with Jody Chernesky. Stay with us, everyone. This is Birmingham Bulls hockey. Okay, welcome back to the Pelham Civic Complex. Third period action about to get underway as the Birmingham Bulls hold a slim, at best, 1-0 lead over the Huntsville Havoc. Now, Greg, Tommy Pecoraro in Evansville sent me a text. He was able to rewind and watch. He says at 13-12, when there was 13-12 left in the first period, Kip fell awkwardly into the boards in the Havoc zone, and while he was reaching for the puck, and gingerly skated back, and we haven't seen him since. So
tweak something.
That sounds like a growing or something, as you said, internal. When he's reaching, something popped, maybe intercostal muscle, whatever. He's just not playing right now, and it's somebody we desperately need at this point.
Definitely, and you could see, and that would explain what we saw, because Ledzianko is so dynamic in both zones, especially in the defensive zone. He's so quick, and he's such a puck hound, almost like the Rat back in the day.
But he's more physical than you would ever imagine.
Yes.
He's not afraid to go forecheck in dirty places, and not afraid to mix it up either. We've seen him fight.
You have those guys, Jody, that you talk about, and you say pound for pound, one of the toughest guys in the league. And going back to the 90s, guys like Pinfold and Rivard. And I know Ledzianko doesn't drop the gloves as much as those guys, but I'm telling you, that guy takes a punishment and makes plays that a lot of guys choose not to make.
For what it's worth, Kip Ledzianko came to the bench prior to this period starting and now has a seat instead of standing behind. Now, I don't know if that's to take the pressure off what's hurting him, or if he's going to give it a go, but we'll watch to find out. If he's not at 100%, I don't know that I want him out there risking anything.
Right, no, I would not.
All right, face-off coming up at center ice. Danny Waite for the Bulls. Hunter Fries for Huntsville. Underway, Huntsville controls. Weaver Vitale whips one around the boards near side. Stop there by Birmingham. We'll try and clear. Waite does. Gets it ahead to Glover. Takes the tap from Kemp. Tried to get it back to Waite. It gets past him, and Huntsville will skate it. Matt Allen with the puck. Has Reginato with him. He'll cut left wing side. Dropped it back for Fries. Intercepted by Waite. And we're going to have a penalty right off the bat. A tripping penalty on Birmingham. Wow.
A little late there on that call, Jody. The hand didn't go up initially. I saw the contact by Glover. Unintentional, but nonetheless, Huntsville player went down. And as he skated away from that one, referee put his hand up, so the Bulls will once again go on the penalty kill, which could be good.
23 seconds into the third period, though. We start off with a man down. Huntsville's third power play of the night. They're 0 for 2 coming into this one. We'll see if anything changes on their power play style. Alger with the puck, tried to get it into the corner. It comes right back to Austin. Nice play by Sinclair. Takes the puck away but couldn't clear it. Alger with it. Top of that face-off circle. Now plays it down low. One-timer for Golka. Walker, CJ that is, affected that shot. And the slow roller came right in on Stewart, who covered it up. We'll have a face-off to his left.
Nonetheless, Jody, I don't want to keep giving Huntsville power play opportunities
to
figure it out.
I will guarantee you, Craig Simchuk's telling everyone the same thing.
Right.
Enough. No more. Kessner on the draw. He controlled it, but it came to Birmingham. The other way, look out. Birmingham comes in, save made off the stick of Walker. He was all alone. Tried to go down low. Walker made the stop. Or excuse me, Wilson made the stop on Walker. Now Kessner through center ice. He'll slide it over for Procopio. Played back down low to Kessner. Centers one for Alger. His shot off the side of the net. Into the corner. Bartuccio Pereira can't get it out. Comes right to Alger. Cross ice pass. Kessner's shot turned aside. Rebound comes to that face-off circle. Birmingham takes it and clears it down the ice. A minute to go on the power play. 18:35 in the period. Bulls up 1-0. Elkston with the puck. A lot of ice time for Phil Elkston today. He weasels his way through center ice, knocked away by the Bulls. Right in on Wilson, the puck goes, and he'll leave it for his defense. Schulteis drops it back for Allen. He'll gain the Bulls' blue line. Gets around Wood. Centers a pass over behind Elkstam. Circles back, picks it up. Elkstam's in front. Save made by Stewart. Right in front. Reginato was right there to tip that one in. And somehow Hayden Stewart makes that save, and that is the fourth goal that Hayden Stewart has saved by himself today. What a stop by Hayden Stewart.
Crazy, Jody. I don't know how Reginato didn't put you saw him looking down, just shaking his head as he skated away from that one. And I'm telling you, Hayden Stewart is building the wall today on this President's Day.
22 seconds of power play time remaining for Huntsville. On the draw, Connor Fries. Puck is dropped, comes to the near wall. Schulteis takes it. Backs it out to no one. He was expecting Fries to be there. He wasn't, and it gets all the way back down in the Huntsville zone. 10 seconds of power play time remaining. Maybe time for one last rush. Maybe. Matt Allen will bring it across that center ice stripe into the Bull zone. Hit on the play nicely by Soretsky. Coughed up, picked up by Pereira, and he'll clear it. Birmingham Glover back on the ice, and we're at full and even strength. Now Scahill sends it down past McCabe. He's calling for an icing. He'll get it. So face-off will come back into the Birmingham zone. An ice penalty kill for the Bulls.
Definitely there. Good job by Glover coming out and minimalizing, because there's always that 10 or 15 seconds once a guy comes out of the box, Jody. Glover came out, he recognized where the play was. He did not come straight across and just fell right back in a perfect defensive position to stop that neutral zone rush by the Havoc.
I'm not sure I like this forward line out for Birmingham, Greg. Britton, Cody Walker, and I believe that's Gronick. They're out against Ethan Lindsay, Trezera, and Yannick, which are all big, physical veteran players. Birmingham takes the puck. This is no icing. They'll wave it off. It'll be played by Huntsville. Into the corner. Puck pops free. Far side, Lindsay has it. He goes down again. Now over top of him goes Cody Walker, who takes the puck. He'll slide it across down the boards to Britton, who will put it behind the Huntsville net. That's another time Huntsville player lost the edge. Trezera, his pass is broken up. Now it's loose at center ice, picked up by Lindsay. Gets it ahead to Yannick. Yannick looks for a place to go with the puck, holds on to it, drives it down low behind. That's Trezera down low in front for Procopio. Gets past him. Danny Wade picks it up and banks one out. Schulteis coughs it up. Danny Wade's there, tied up on the play, couldn't get the shot off. Huntsville taps it down the ice.
I'll take it there, Jody. Good breakup by Wade to pull that one down. Even though he didn't get the shot off, still good defensive positioning there by Wade.
Ernie and Olenek go in after. Now Glover comes in to help. Tied up along the Huntsville boards. Pops free to Gio Procopio, and back the other way comes Golka. He'll put it into the near corner. Sadowski will get there first. Lost it behind the net. Centers a pass. Save made. Rebound still loose. Cleared back, not out. Schulteis keeps it alive. Another save by Stewart. In front, Procopio was cruising. He couldn't get a stick on the puck. This is the dangerous part. Birmingham needs to just clear the puck. Ernie keeps it alive for Golka. Top of that face-off circle. There's a shot. Just goes wide. Wide open centering pass. And finally, the puck escapes the Birmingham zone. Soretsky now with Kip Ledziankos on the ice for the first time since the first period. We'll see how much he can handle. Offside will be the call on Huntsville. I'm glad to see Ledzianko back playing. I had a feeling when he took a seat on the bench that he would try it. I just don't know how much we'll see of him, and I hope Kip understands there's still a lot of hockey to be played left in this season, not to chance something that could cost you.
Well, Ledzianko, he's a tough customer, Jody, and if he's out there, we'll see what he's got right here on this next shift.
Just outside the Huntsville blue line, puck is dropped. Yannick will take it. Slides one over for Kemp, tipped away from him nicely by Soretsky. Comes along the far boards. Parker couldn't get it away from Yannick, so he'll send it right back. Bartuccio Pereira to center ice to Wood. He'll tap it in. Comes right in on Wilson. He didn't like what he saw.
Right.
He had his defenseman right there. He could have let him play it, but he didn't like it, so he covers it.
Well, there's too much of a hesitation on the part of the defenseman. I think that's camp. You know what I mean? As a goaltender, you see that, you push it out there, and if they're not grabbing it and gone, Jody, you're just like, hey, I'm going to gobble this one up and let's slow it down, get some new legs out here.
15:09 to go, third period. Cody Walker out with Sinclair. Bartuccio Pereira. Scahill and C.J. Walker. Puck comes behind the net, played by McCabe. Makes one pass, Reginato into center ice. Sinclair takes it and puts it right back into the Huntsville zone. Puck played behind the net. Don Procopio sends it near boards. Ahead to Reginato. His pass was knocked down by Cody Walker. Played by Huntsville, though, through center ice. Fries tips it in. Gagnon for Birmingham. Gives it up far side. Birmingham vacates their zone. Fires it in. Right in on Wilson. And once again, a bouncing puck. Like a shortstop playing a short hop in baseball. He down on his knees and took that first hop in the glove and held it.
It's just awkward, Jody. It's like going to the zoo and seeing a hippopotamus wrestling for something that's thrown into the water when those goalies got to play those one-hoppers like that. Telling you.
I don't know if I ever told this story or not, but Chris Kerber, who's the voice of the St. Louis Blues now, was the announcer for Birmingham back in 1993. We were in Nashville when Nashville had an East Coast Hockey League team, and we were up in a hockey game 2-1, and this was in the second period, and a puck was floated in from the far blue line, bounced once, twice, and passed our goalie into the net. We went on to give up another 8 goals in that game. It was never the same after that goal went in.
Yep. That's all it takes.
It's when the wheels come off.
Unconventional goals, Jody. How many times do you see it? A goal like that changing the momentum of a game. Same thing with those shots that came in. I know we saw it a lot more in years past where the D, if they didn't have a direct path to the net, they would bank it off the back boards and then careem it so the rebound off the back boards came out into the slot. So those are tough.
Danny Waite will be on the draw for Birmingham. He's paired with Drake Glover, and I'm not sure who that right winger looks like. Colton Olenek. Gagnon is here near side point. Gio Procopio on the draw for Huntsville, wins it. Dangerous pass by Schulteis, but connects with Alger. Through center ice. Golka has it. He'll bring it in deep behind the net. Golka had it tipped away from him by Gagnon. Comes to Danny Waite. He lifts one to center ice. Going hard after it is Glover, but Lincoln Ernie was there first, so icing is called on the Bulls. 14-13 to go here in the third period. Greg, we're not seeing Birmingham try to play prevent defense here and protect a one-goal game or one-goal lead, are we?
No.
I'm beginning to see signs of just lift the puck and get it out.
Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing,
No,
Jody.
I understand, but I'm not seeing a lot of offensive opportunities.
Right.
Is my point. Off the draw in the Bull zone, controlled by Birmingham. Played near side, Olenek has it. Off the boards at that center ice stripe, Colton backhands one in, taken there by Schulteis. Right back out for Gio Procopio. Poked away from him. Wood can't get it in. Played by Procopio. It's poked away from him. Now it's loose in the Bull zone. Look out. Played by Trezera. Has Gio Procopio there behind the net. Wrap around. Chance. Save made. Rebound comes out the other side. Luckily, nobody was there for Huntsville. They would have an open net to put it in.
That's 5.
5 goals that Hayden Stewart has saved by himself. Wow. Behind the net comes right free to the post. Far side. Played by Huntsville, but not out. Against the boards, there's a shot knocked down by Golka, and Huntsville will clear. Trezera out of gas. Couldn't catch up with the puck. Sadovsky has it. He sends one to center ice. Glove there by the Huntsville defense, and Camp has it. Once again, puck comes into the Bull zone. Allen has it. Taken into the boards. Another stick explodes. This one to Bulls.
Gronick.
Gronik's lost his stick. Elkston with the puck. Cuts out in front. Puck is loose there. Cleared back out by the Bulls. Brought back in. That's Lindsay. Quickly they just come right back in. Don Procopio with a slap shot from between the blue line and that face-off circle far side. Gobbled up by Hayden Stewart. 12:51 to go. Third period, Bulls up by 1. I feel like I'm counting down these seconds, and they're just creeping and creeping and creeping ever so slowly off the clock.
First period flew by, Jody.
Yeah.
More mini whistles. And another guy who I was wondering about, but it's good to see him out there now, is I was wondering about Scahill. We haven't seen him a whole lot tonight.
He's a very important part to our defense.
Right.
Kip Ledzianko's had one shift, gave it a shot. I'm not quite sure what he thinks of it, but he's back on the bench. Huntsville has it in their own zone. Ahead through center ice, gets past everyone to Pereira. Pereira gets it to Walker, who tips it in. C.J. Walker trying to get that puck away on the forecheck. Huntsville lifts it into center ice. Kestner is there, but Birmingham Scahill puts it back in. Fought for, picked up by Yannick. Taken away by Waite. Nice play. Right back in the Huntsville zone. Now a big hit on by Kestner on Walker. Huntsville comes up with a loose puck. Yannick will bring it in the Bull zone. Through the slot, takes a shot again, knocked down, blocked by Gagnon. So many shots have been blocked. Now a puck comes right through the slot to Yannick. Fake off circle there, near side, save made by Stewart. But Yannick all alone, nobody on him, just didn't get a really good shot off. But once again, doesn't matter, Stewart made the save.
Well, you talked about the forwards and how important it was for them to get back and help out defensively, Jody. And we talk about the differences and little things that affect the team, but Olenek was the one that broke up that last play down there, and it's good to see him contributing defensively for the Bulls, usually known for his offensive stature.
Fries on the draw for Huntsville. Tries to dig it back, taken by Tracy, and he'll put it behind his own net. Straight out, Olenek will give chase. Ernie catches up with it first. Now it's loose through center ice, finds the stick of Reginato, who will fire it into the Bull zone. Gets past Stewart, far boards. Into the corner. Fought for there, Sadowski and Fries. Squirts free near side. Tracy ahead to Wood. He couldn't control it. Hit by Allen. Now Reginato as well. Tracy takes it away, throws it to an open wing. Nobody there. Reginato with it. Nice pass over to Schulteis. His shot blocked in front by Sadowski. Schulteis back to Ernie. Another shot deflected through. Birmingham Bull down in front. Puck comes free to center ice. Somebody's checking their mouth there. Is Wood?
Wood.
He may have taken a puck or a stick, but either way, he's on the bench. Birmingham banks one off the boards and out. 2-on-2 if we hurry. Britton's out there, though. Birmingham fires it in. Britton and Camp going in after it. Loose puck, wrap around in front. There's a ball save made. Rebound center's out in front. Wilson well out of his net. Is that open? He'll get back in. Played out back to Pereira. Far side. Shot goes through everyone. Near side is played by Pereira. Down low, Soreski plays it for Britton. Nice shift for this line. Britton shielding his man off. Keeps possession of the puck for Birmingham. Back to Pereira. Tried to float one through traffic. He couldn't do it. It was blocked. Puck sent back down into the Bull zone where Scahill has it. Alger on him. So he'll just fling it free. No icing. Back into the Huntsville zone. Birmingham will change lines. 10 minutes to go here in this third period of play. Walker, a nice play, just stripped Gio Procopio of the puck. CJ takes a shot, steered aside by Wilson. Cody Walker keeps it alive, sends it far side. Youngworth, a shot goes wide. Walker plays it down to his brother CJ. He's tied up on the play by McCabe. Comes free to Gio Procopio. He'll skate out through center ice. Another poke check away, but it comes right to Dom. Gio Procopio didn't appreciate that. He got a look at who did it, and that was C.J. Walker. Now McCabe backhands one off the glass into the near corner. Gagnon there first for Birmingham. Gets it past Elkstown to Glover. Birmingham comes back the other way. Danny Waite with it. Has Walker with him. His pass back for Glover just behind him. Glover now with the puck looks for a place to go. Tried to get it in deep to Cody Walker, and it gets past Sadowski. Back into the Bull zone. Gagnon will play it. Danny Waite hit the referee with the puck, and it comes straight to the Huntsville defense. Schulteis tried to set it up for Yannick. It gets past him, and icing will be called on the Huntsville Havoc with 9:02 remaining here in the third period of play.
And I'm glad right there, Jody, that Huntsville iced the puck and we killed that play, because I can think back to numerous times over the course of this year that the puck always ended up in the back of our net after it hit a weird bounce off the linesman on that far wall. I don't know what it is about that wall over there in the
There's
linesman.
some odd hops off
Yep.
that thing. You're right. You remember a year or two ago how Birmingham used to have the offensive play. They'd pass the puck off the boards behind the net because they knew where it was going to pop
Right.
out the other side.
Yep.
We haven't seen that a lot. I don't know if the boards have changed, but you're right. Over there, it just seems like it's a different world.
Yep. Definitely. So far in the third period, we talked about the numbers in the second period. But yes, Huntsville definitely not showing statistically the power that they have in the second period. In the third, 42 goals for, 39 against. It's only a +3. So a lot better opportunity here for the Bulls, a +3 versus a +15 that they faced in the second.
A lot of that is how well they played in the second. They
Yes.
haven't had to pour the power. They haven't had to put it on in the offensively in the third with such big leads in the second. Off the draw, Don Procopio banks one off the boards for Elkstown. He had lost possession of the puck. It'll come to Britton, who will backhand one in. Back behind the net, Don Procopio plays it for Schulteis. Elkston tries to kick it free, comes right out to Britton. He just turns and fires a slap shot. Save made between the pads of Brian Wilson. 8:46 to go, 1-0 Birmingham.
Good job there on the analysis of what the numbers don't tell you, Jody. I mean, that's pretty solid there. And hey, we'll give a President's Day shout out. We got the Fishman LLC checking in on the chat. Go Bulls, let's do it. Come on, boys.
Face off in the Huntsville zone, left side of Wilson. Fries has done an excellent job all night long on the draw, wins it again. Reginato with the puck. Matt Wood pressuring him, sticks in his body as well. He'll fire it to Lincoln Ernie behind his own net. Huntsville, little trouble vacating the zone. Look out, Reginato was cruising, almost got it to him in the Bull zone. Tracy takes him out. Loose puck in the near corner of the Bull zone. Soretsky ties up Allen. Puck once again hits the referee. This time comes to Gronick. Gronick just fires it out looking for Wood. Taken away by Huntsville. Fries for Allen. He'll send it in. Fries goes in after it along with Sadovsky. Tracy will take it. Banks one off the boards for Matt Wood. Nice tip pass over. Sinclair will bring it in. Gronick goes down. Sinclair with a shot right to the helmet and head of Wilson. He ducks out of the way. Hits the glass behind him. Vitale gets it ahead to Alger. Alger takes a big hit. Far side by Matt Wood. Or was that Scahill? Scahill nailed him, put him down. Huntsville was offside. They had to get the puck up as Scahill takes it. Alger didn't like it. He gave a hit right back to Scahill. What a hit by Connor Scahill.
Well, that's what we were kind of missing in that little transition period where we didn't see Scahill on the ice much.
Scahill takes it and dumps it out again. Huntsville will bring it in. Schulteis. Pereira on him, takes him down. Good no call.
Yep.
Back to Alger. Shot deflected in front. Cleared to the side by Pereira. Once again, Pereira now Alger. Centers went for Schulteis. That one knocked the side in front. There's another pass in front for Golka. That one misfires. Now Scahill dodged a bullet there on that hit. The puck floats down into the Huntsville zone. Birmingham will change lines. We're under 7 minutes to go here in the third period. Huntsville's going to start putting more forecheckers than they have already in the Bull zone. Birmingham intercepts the pass. Wait, takes a shot, glove save by Wilson, and that was his best one of the night.
Definitely.
Down on his rear end, throws that left glove out and snatches it out of the air.
Well, and who else, Jody? Danny Waite, exactly, picking up that high defensive area in the offensive zone. Gets a trailer pass, and I'm telling you, he launched a laser beam.
Yeah.
And that's Boyko's weak spot from Macon. And so he tested out Wilson there, and what a dynamic save by Wilson.
Off the draw, Fries once again wins it. Don Procopio banks one off the boards, gets it past Lindsay back into the Bull zone, so we'll do it again. Icing called on Huntsville.
And as long as those high dumps can keep clearing all the way down the ice, I like that. Where you get into trouble there, Jody, is when the D step up and they try and play one of those. And if they bobble anything in that neutral zone, Huntsville is right on top of those Ds when they air out those long passes.
Face off in the Huntsville zone once again. Connor Fries has just been automatic on these draws. Drop this time, no one controls, but Fries smartly kicks it back to his defenseman, who lifts one into center ice. And that's knocked down, really out of play, so we'll come back and do it again.
Well, and Fries is another one of those guys. You mentioned about what Huntsville's putting together here, Jody, but he's not typically, like usually Huntsville, they get guys and then they stay forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Fries was one that he was actually in Quad City, started off in Peoria, kicked around the coast, and then finally.
I remember him in Fayetteville.
Yep,
and he played really well there. All right, off the draw, Huntsville will take it, throw on blue line, skate through center ice. Trezera follows his own shot in, tried to get it back to Camp, it get past him. Back into the corner, Huntsville retreats. Don Procopio for Camp. Back to Procopio. Looks for a place to go. Through center ice, tried to set it up for Trezera. He tips it in, played by Tracy. Behind his own net. Nice play up the wood, up the boards, through center ice. Huntsville takes it away. Kestner took it back, gave it to Ernie. Kestner screaming for the puck, almost breaking his stick on the ice, wanting it. Didn't get it. Birmingham, far boards. Gronick there, tries to pin it up. It comes back to Huntsville, though. Centers a pass for Yannick, knocked away. Wood had it, lost it, but Birmingham right there. Gronick lifts it to center ice. I've never seen somebody smack their stick on the ice that hard calling for a puck. That's an anger, give me the puck.
That's it. Do you know who I am? Give me the puck.
Birmingham's Gagnon with it. Lifts one off the boards. McCabe, good job, punches it in. Cody Walker finds it, though. He'll bring it in, too. The Huntsville zone using a speed save. Made rebound, was losing the slot, clear to the near corner by Yannick. That's Cody Walker's best play as a Bull. Pereira had a whack at it, lost it, still loose, picked up by Yannick. He'll bring it in. Has Elkstam with him along with Gio Procopio cruising. Down low, looking for Procopio. Pereira knocks it away. Sent back for Schulteis. Along the far boards. Loose puck picked up by Elkstam. Curls away from Scahill. Sends one in on Stewart, goes wide. All the way out of the zone, the puck careens.
Yeah.
And C.J. Walker dumps it in deep.
Alger couldn't step up on that puck in the neutral zone, Jody, because they were line changing right there. That would have been a too many men on the ice. Smart play.
Alger had it, had a stick lifted by Glover, lost possession. Birmingham flips it back to the blue line. 4:15 to go, third period. Golka, he'll have to drop it back for Weaver Vitale. For Don Procopio. His pass for Golka off the mark. Birmingham takes it. Out the center ice. Poked into the Huntsville zone by Glover.
Yep.
Wait doing some forechecking on Golka. He'll curl back. Alger to Don Procopio. Takes a hit from Gronick, but gets it in deep. Wood will pick the loose puck up. He can't get it out. At least the first time, does this time. Back to get it, Don Procopio. 3.5 to go, third period. Reginato kicked it to himself, but all the way back to Procopio. Fries has it now at the Bulls line. In front for Allen. Off the mark, tipped back to the point, kept alive by Weaver Vitale. The shot goes behind the net. Reginato has it, far boards. Here the circling goes. Reginato shot blocked by Gronick, a nice play. Puck goes behind the goal line of Birmingham. Comes back to Reginato, walks out in front, save made, rebound loose. Cleared by Birmingham, but not out. Reginato there as well, save made, rebound loose in the slot. Finally, Birmingham takes it and just ices the puck.
Oh, yeah.
And with 2:57 to go, that may have been the best icing I've seen in 6 years right there, because that one was labeled somewhere. Huntsville was buzzing.
Man. And Jody, if it takes 4 seconds for a puck to be iced from our zone down to their zone, I'll take about 100 of those to get out of the next 3 minutes here.
So 2:57 to go. We're being outshot 38-26. We really haven't had a lot of offensive chances since the first period. but yet we're still winning. How is that possible?
Well, you asked me earlier if I thought that the Bulls were going if they've changed their style, and at that time they had not. But now what you're seeing is the Bulls, it's kind of like a prevent defense in football, Jody. You don't want to give up
Greg.
the long ball, but
Don't.
they're running a 1-4. One guy up here, you know, as a soft four-checker, and then they're running 4 guys between the red line and the blue line, which is good because it takes away from that neutral zone transition of Huntsville. The problem is, Jody, when they get it deep.
Yeah,
that's when
they get possession deep, it's over with.
But that's, like I said.
My old football coaches used to scream at us, no, we're not playing prevent defenses because they prevent you from winning.
Right.
And I'm not saying that's the case in hockey, but I've seen far too many games lost from people trying to protect leads.
Well,
but right now with 2:57 to go, you got to do what you got to do to get out of this one with 2 points. You have to.
In riding your goaltender, Jody, I think you want to take away those neutral zone transitions.
Off the draw, loose puck along the Bulls' boards, taken by Kestner.
Wow.
His shot almost labeled that near corner. Holy cow, just goes above the crossbar. Played by Youngworth. He banks one, but not out. Schulteis keeps it in. Poke free by Birmingham. 2-on-1. The other way. Chronic goes down on the play. I'm not sure what to say about that, but Birmingham has possession at the center ice stripe, and they'll fire it right back in. Glove by Wilson. Was that a wasted opportunity for Birmingham or a missed call by the referee? One of the two. As behind the net, Lincoln Ernie has it. We're down to 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go here in this hockey game. Walker gets it to his brother, back to CJ, taken away by Ernie. Now it's loose at center ice. It'll come onto the stick of McGregor Sinclair. He couldn't get it in deep. Schulteis has it. Ernie banks one off the boards for Procopio. Ahead to Allen. Tip back into the center ice zone. Taken there by Weaver Vitale. He'll put it around the boards. Allen goes in after it. McCabe keeps it in. McCabe gives it to Gio Procopio, looking for a deflection in front. He throws it out of the net as Wilson. Huntsville will have 6 attackers on the ice.
Uh-oh.
Cody Walker has it, doesn't shoot it down the ice. He just lifts it out of the zone. He'll take it back. This time goes into the Huntsville zone and stopped there by McCabe, who had played semi-goaltender on that. Huntsville at center ice. We're down to 1:20 to go. McCabe gets it ahead to Golka. Fires it in. Stopped by Stewart. Don't try to score, Hayden.
He thought about it.
He's done it before. He has scored a goal in this league. I want the 2 points, not a 2-0 lead.
Right. And I know, Jody, it was on the Bulls' social media, there was a couple fans jumping in there saying that Hayden Stewart's career, one of the few goaltenders to have a Gordie Howe hat trick over the course of his career.
Yeah, he had a fight one night.
Yeah.
Wasn't it in Evansville?
On the road, yeah.
My good friend Tommy was there on that one.
So
it's funny.
A fight, a goal.
I'm sure he's had an assist somewhere down the line.
Oh, yeah.
Timeout is called by Huntsville with 1:12 to go. We knew that was coming. I doubt very seriously that Wilson will go back in the net even on a face-off. If they do, they'll probably put him at their own blue line.
Well, probably with the face-off percentage that Fries, and, you know what I mean?
Exactly. I don't recall Connor Fries losing a draw all night.
No,
even the ones he didn't clearly win, he's kicking back to the defense.
Tying up, being hard to play against, right? Minute and 12 seconds, Jody.
Colton Olenek, McGregor Sinclair, Drake Glover, Cole Youngworth, Jordan Gagnon for the Birmingham Bulls. Reginato, Yannick, Alger, Kestner, usual suspects. Out for Huntsville. Don't see who that is far side, but I'm sure it's Procopio. Dom, that is.
Yep. Throw him out. Reginato jump.
On the draw, Huntsville move first. That's Kestner in there. They'll try it again. Both centermen still in there. McGregor Sinclair tries to kid it free. Does to Glover. Banks one off the ice, down the ice. This is going to be icing again. They'll touch up with 1:05 to go. So what, 7 seconds off the clock then?
Yep.
Huntsville is not going to let Birmingham gain possession of this puck in their defensive zone and skate it out anywhere near center ice. They're going to do anything they can to keep the puck inside that blue line. They don't want Birmingham getting an open net shot.
85 seconds divided by 7, Jody. That's about 12, 13 icings.
Off the draw comes clear. Birmingham clears it, and this is going to be icing again. Exum will go back and pick it up. The centermen are just staying there at the face-off dot.
Yep.
With 57.1 seconds left. They didn't even move. Kessner and McGregor Sinclair.
Oh, no. I mean, why not?
Hey, do it every draw if that's what you have to do.
Just think about it. That icing killed 8 seconds. So we're trending up.
Is it to the point, Greg, where I'm that desperate to beat these guys that I'm honest, I don't like them?
Well, that's that in-state rivalry. You know what I mean?
No, it's beyond that. Sorry.
And with the
beyond that,
Yellow Hammer, Jammer, Rammer, whatever
the Joe
it is.
Stroud Memorial
Yep.
Trophy.
The best of 9 series. This is a huge game for the Bulls in a lot of different ways. But nonetheless, with that race in the standings of where they're at, this would bolster them ahead of Quad City by a point.
This game is so big, he just put 1.3 seconds back on the clock. Puck is dropped, picked up by Huntsville. Giannick heels it against the board to Kessner. Tip back to center ice. Nice play defensively by the Bulls. And that was Glover that did it. Now Giannick, or Fries at his far side, can't get past Sinclair. Elkstrom has it. He'll pin it up against the boards in the corner. Has the puck. Looks for a place to go. 35 seconds remain. Elkstrom back at the point for Vitale. Elkstrom takes the shot. Traffic in front. Deflected high. Near side. Bottom of the face-off circle. Cleared. And that's cleared for center ice. Taken there by Sinclair. Score! The defensive effort in the Birmingham Bull zone, refusing to let shots get through, refusing to allow passing to go at will, pays off as that puck chipped into center ice and Sinclair took it the rest of the way in and just slid it in the goal. Birmingham up 2-0 on the Huntsville Havoc.
Good job by the Bulls applying that defensive pressure, Jody, because what you didn't want to give Huntsville is time and space down there. They clogged it up, they blocked the shots, chipped it out, and what a play by Sinclair to come in all alone, and he just love taps that one in. Bulls are up by 2.
Off the draw, Huntsville has it. Now all that's left to find out is will Hayden Stewart have a shutout? And maybe I shouldn't have said it.
It's okay, there's 10 seconds left.
Down to 5 seconds. Birmingham gains the center ice strike, dumps it in, and that's going to do it. Your number 1 star and the number 2 star and the number 3 star is Hayden Stewart tonight. Stopping 38 of 38 shots, 5 sure-handed goals that no doubt would have been in. Hayden Stewart and the defensive effort of the Birmingham Bulls, at least in their own zone late, saves the day for Birmingham. Everybody on that team is going to give Hayden Stewart a love hug.
100%.
What a win by the Birmingham Bulls. That means, Greg, that beginning at this weekend with 3 games in 3.5 days, we somehow came out of with 5 of 6 points.
Oh, yeah.
Now the pressure is all on Macon. It's all on Fayetteville. And then you look above with Quad City there as well. They have something to think about. This is Birmingham's 10th out of the last 13 games with points.
Right.
Birmingham's a different hockey team today than they were in December.
Oh, 100%. And Jody, the Bulls with that 2 points, they jump Quad City. So the Bulls actually go ahead and they maintain sole possession right now of 7th place.
How many games in hand does Quad have on us after this game today for Birmingham? Add another game to Birmingham's total.
The Bulls have 1 game at hand on Quad City.
So Quad's played 1 more even after this one?
Yep, Quad City's at 43. The Bulls, with tonight's game in the books, is at 42. Quad's played 43.
Colton Olenek going off the ice. with the Joe Stroud Memorial Trophy in his hands. The winner of these games gets to take it home. There's only 2 more games left in this series this season. That was the 7th game. The last 2 games of this series will be back up in Huntsville.
Hopefully the Bulls, because technically, Jody, it's the best of 9.
Right.
So that means the magic number is 5. You want 5 wins.
Well, that was the 4th Bull
That's
win in the series right there tonight.
2
so
games
you got to
in
win
Huntsville.
one of those 2
right.
to take that series home. But as much as I would love to take that trophy home and leave it here all summer long, I really want to keep going up in the standings, Greg.
Oh, yeah.
That's more important to me right now than anything. Nice effort all around by the Bulls tonight. An incredible, stellar effort by Hayden Stewart. We were singing his praises from the first period on. That save he made on Josh Kessner, I think it was in the first period. Maybe it was early second.
The glove save.
The glove save on Josh Kessner, who was just cruising in front. Even Kessner was shaking his head.
Yep.
That will be one I remember for a while. That's a heck of a save.
Reginato in the 3rd.
Yes. Hayden's had a rough year, Greg. And
Well.
it's not been his fault most of the time. He showed tonight exactly what kind of a goaltender he is, playing up against Huntsville, the 2nd-place team in the league, and shutting them down.
Well, Jody, it's one of those things where with Hayden Stewart and Austin Lotz last year, you know what I mean? You
felt good.
You had that 1-2 combo, and then Hayden went through some injuries and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Lotzie retired, but hats off to Hayden Stewart for sticking it out and giving the Bulls another year, battling back, because it's not like you're coming back into a situation like you had, say, last year, where you had Carson Rowe. I mean, go down the list.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I mean? You had a rock star team to come back to. Hayden Stewart came in, was one of the lone veterans standing in that locker room.
Somebody to look to.
With 12 rookies on the Bulls coming into the start of the season. And, hey, they pieced it together. They've added some pieces. And, you know, granted, there's some big pieces not here.
Still some pieces in the East Coast Hockey League that may trickle their way back down. And if that happens, I feel for head coach Craig Simchuk, because this team's playing well right now. Do you upset the apple cart by allowing the coach players back, or do you say thank you, but I like this team?
Well, I think you just keep rolling with what you got, Jody, and
I do too, Greg.
you know, a la Huntsville, right? Because you mentioned it earlier, and I don't know if it's a possibility or not, but I err on the side of no, just so I'm not disappointed. But if Ledzianko ever found a way to come back.
Phil, you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before playoffs, and the other one stayed healthy. You know?
If you could get both Kip and Phil on the ice,
wow,
with the way this team's playing now, that's a team like Evansville,
right,
that could make a lot of noise in the real hockey season in April.
No. And that's it, right? Doesn't matter how you get there, Jody.
Just get there.
You got to get a ticket.
Okay, that'll do it here from the Pelham Civic Complex. Birmingham with a huge win over the Huntsville Havoc. 2-0 is the score. Shutout for Hayden Stewart, and well-deserved first star of the game. So for Greg Dreveny, I'm Jody Chernesky. Thanks for joining us on this Monday afternoon. We'll catch you this Friday night back here at home for another edition of Birmingham Bulls Hockey. Thanks for joining us, everyone.